Oh, it might now be working. Find out. Right, tweet, post, share. And it seems to be working. Now, as we all know, DSP is going to be late. He's already 2 minutes late to his own stream. Imagine that. Womp womp. So... where's his daily wrap? Let's watch the daily wrap real quick.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the daily wrap for what was Sunday, the 15th of October, 2023. As you can see, the autumn weather continues. It was very cool today, and so once again, I wore some nice long sleeve autumn clothing, and so people were like,
they're not autumn clothing, they're just long sleeves.
whoa, Phil wears stuff like that? It's like, yeah. It's not on camera. Normally, you know, people always wanted me to wear, like, gaming shirts and things that were related to the kind of stuff that I do on camera. I mean, I'll be honest.
But you didn't. You wore King of Hate shirt. You wore a Blanca shirt while playing Mirror's Edge. You didn't wear shirts that matched the games you were playing. You didn't wear shirts that matched the company you were playing. Like, alright guys, this is an Xbox game, so I'm wearing an Xbox shirt. He could have done that, which would save him money, obviously, because he wouldn't have to buy a shirt for every game he played. And then be like, alright guys, I'm playing a game on PlayStation, so here's my PlayStation shirt. Nah. He'd be wearing a Blanca shirt while playing Mirror's Edge or whatever, and like it made no sense. Just like he has a Mario picture behind him while playing Assassin's Creed.
Do I always do gaming anymore? No. I got a podcast every day. I've got a react show like I did today.
You got your therapy session every day, not podcast.
That really wasn't very much related to gaming. And so maybe it's time to change things up. Like I did during the summer, I had the party style, Hawaiian button-down shirts. So maybe it's time to start wearing different apparel now that it's cooler in the fall. If you don't mind me, when I'm doing this daily wrap, I'm going to be drinking some Alka-Seltzer. I got some really bad indigestion from some tacos I had for dinner.
And tacos that he DoorDashed.
And do I need it bad? Because I played Modern Warfare 3 beta tonight, and I was having a lot of fun. But no exaggeration, the entire time I was having terrible acid reflux. And it was like, oh my God. And I
guys, acid reflux, tip him.
Better. It didn't. So I was like, dude, if I'm going to do the daily wrap tonight, I've got to get some Alka-Seltzer in me.
There we go. Made a microphone before I coughed.
I love the effervescence. Anyway. So, today was a pretty cool streaming day. First of all, cool with temperatures, which was excellent. Allowed me to enjoy the autumn. But in addition to that, we had a relaxing, chill, and interactive podcast this morning. There was no major gaming news to speak of. So we instead talked about kind of where I am in endgame of Assassin's Creed Mirage. And I also talked about the outstanding amount of fun that we had with the Modern Warfare 3 beta stream the night before. And talked that basically if we had another good night tonight and everyone was still enjoying that, I was probably going to get the game. We did some Q&A. Good stuff on the podcast today. And then we all swung over to DSP Reeeee, my sister channel, where it was another fun DSP versus the Internet episode this week. Particularly, these shows have been a lot better since we have themes and since Halloween is.
You should have been doing themes from the first start. Just saying. Second of all, it's not really a theme. It's just more, guys, I don't want to watch food videos all day. I want to watch something different. Food videos for Halloween? Yes.
Coming up
Civ
2 straight
6.
weeks now. We've had a lot of horror-themed content, and I'm really enjoying it. Spooky stories, scary videos, things like that is definitely making it, I feel, better than the standard shows that we were essentially doing all year long. I like these holiday-themed things. So, 3 hours, I'm not even kidding you, they flew by. Like, we had more Ultra member submissions than ever before, 15. I think that's the most we've ever had. Then we went into the regular member submissions that were randomized, and we had some good variety of stuff. Some interesting questions from super members. I just thought it was a good show. I really enjoyed it. We had old stuff.
It was a great show, guys, because he
from
hit like $50 at least.
We had new trailers for movies and shows, and
I don't really have a horror game lined up for Halloween, do I?
If you weren't there,
maybe I should.
And you're a member of DSP Reeeee, you can watch the whole thing right now.
I'll be on vacation that week, so
are not a member,
Do whatever I want to
well,
be.
one part a day will go live. 2 parts went live today, and then another part will go live for the next 4 days on the channel.
No, he did not start a stream on time. That's why we're watching a daily wrap while waiting for him to show up to his own stream.
It's a way that I kind of drip feed that channel so it doesn't get overwhelmed with too much content all at once. And people seem to...
From the guy who got hit for spamming YouTube after posting literally individual Street Fighter matches. He would post dozens of 1 minute long videos.
To like that formula. So I hope that you'll check it out over the course of this week. It was a really good show. And maybe if you're not a member over there, you'll consider becoming a member. You can be the person to submit the clips for next week. I already have those threads up and live. Okay? So, good day when it came to the React content. Well, what about Call of Duty tonight? Well, tonight I try to do things very differently. Instead of using the assault rifle like I did yesterday, I actually went ham with the handgun. Yes, I was actually trying to exclusively use the handgun tonight, and I was doing pretty good again. I was getting kill streaks and everything, and it was funny because, again, even though I'm not great at the game, I was placing high on the leaderboards. By about the final third of the night, I had unlocked this crazy attachment that lets you turn the handgun into an SMG, and I was like, what is this? It's wild. Who would want to turn a handgun into an SMG? But I did. And
because it's awesome.
Pretty much, you know, all night. There was a few times I didn't do so good. But, you know, the Mosh Pit playlist is my groove. I don't really like Hardpoint, but I'll play it.
Snort.
And I really enjoyed this beta. You know, in a nutshell, it's fast-paced.
Mind you, this is recorded. Like, this is not live. This is recorded. He could edit out the snorts, but he doesn't.
It's high octane. The graphics are outstanding no matter what format you play it on.
Yeah, his mom had to do the buttons for him. His host
really
can't handle the buttons.
I'm leaning toward Xbox because I like the controller better, and I get true surround sound on Xbox. I don't get that on PS5. I only get like a kind of over-glorified stereo sound over there. Man, kill streaks out the wazoo. The last match of tonight, once again got a juggernaut, called it in, and I went on an insane tear kill streak. I mean, I don't even know how many kills I had in that kill streak, but I was going in the house. I was on estate, and I went in the house, and I was just blowing everyone away with the auto shotgun, just patoom, 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 taking them out, left, right, up, down. They didn't know what to do. Pretty fun. And the feedback I'm getting from the viewers is that they absolutely love these last 2 nights, and they want to see me get the final game. The thing is, that's just the tip of the iceberg. When you think about all the content that will be in Modern Warfare 3, I only played like 3 or 4 maps. There's supposed to be 12 maps at launch, plus Warzone, which is a whole other animal when it comes to Battle Royale and all of that. Will I even play the campaign this year? That's a good question, because honestly, I don't really think the campaign is a feature anymore. You know, at one point it was. I thought that back in the day, Call of Duty had some of the best FPS campaigns there are. I don't really think it's that big of a deal anymore. You know, after playing the last 2, Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2's campaigns, I'm like, I'm not really into it that much. But I am excited for the multiplayer and for Warzone. So I think we've kind of come to a conclusion that I'm going to get it. And so, you know, come November 10th, it comes out. Now, I don't know if you pre-order it, if you get it early. Like with the beta, that was the case where if you pre-ordered it, you could play the beta like a couple days early, and I hadn't pre-ordered it, so I couldn't. You guys let me know. Let me know how what the deal is with that.
No, yeah, this is the daily wrap. He's pun definitely intended. Nah, he's late to his own stream as always, so we're watching this first.
I feel like you can play it early or whatever, unless if it's just all launch. I think it's November 10th. In multiplayer and Warzone and everything just launches.
He's so excited he doesn't know when it comes out.
Standard. I'll just buy it or just do the standard pre-order or whatever. I'm not gonna go crazy to try to play this game early or anything like that, especially because we're gonna have so much else I'm playing around.
10 minutes later, guys, I need that $90. I really do. I need that $90 to pre-order the game.
On that time. So, but anyway, it went well. Thanks to everyone who checked it out. If you didn't see it, if you weren't there tonight, check out the videos later tonight.
Ale?
Really
holy shit,
them.
that sounds
I said that last one. I
cavity
went crazy
inducing,
with
but
another
awesome.
Insane kill streak that was really entertaining. And I'm glad that people said that they liked me having fun. You want to know why I like that? Because I hate to say it, sometimes people say that the most entertaining stuff I put out is me raging, me not having fun, me being frustrated, and I get that. If I'm playing like a Soulsborne game or whatever, and you like to see me lose and rage and then come back from it, I get that. But I'm happy to say that people over the last 3 sessions now that I played this have said overall the reason they like it is because I look like I'm having a good time, And I
Base
appreciate
cat always
that
looks good.
because I want to
You know
have
what?
a
Today
good
I
time
upgraded
playing
to
the
looks
game
great.
and have that resonate through the content and have you guys enjoy through me. I like that, okay? So, hopefully, that pattern will continue when the real game comes out. You guys were incredibly supportive. Also, these last 2 streams, the first stream of Modern Warfare beta last week was the dead stream, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. You guys came out in droves to support these streams now, and I really appreciate that. So, full speed ahead for when the game comes out in November, okay? All right, tomorrow, the cool weather continues, supposedly. So you'll probably see me wear some more fall attire. As usual, if anything happens in the morning, we'll talk about it on the podcast. And tomorrow will be the conclusion of Assassin's Creed Mirage. We really only have 1 or 2 missions left until we get to the final assassination. And for anyone to understand, there's still like another mission or 2 after that that's considered end game content, and that's the end of the game. So we will definitely beat it on tomorrow's first stream, and I'll give you my final thoughts on that. Tomorrow night,
I'm going to laugh when he doesn't beat it today. When he doesn't beat it today, it's going to be hilarious because, guys, they told me there's only 2 hours left, and that's why I haven't beaten it yet. Guys, it's bullshit. They lied to me. What happened? Well, I mean, yeah, I took 3 breaks because the tips were low, so I had to go to the bathroom 3 times, guys, and then there was a sound, so I had to check it out, make sure it wasn't evil AJ. Then I sat there and bitched at someone for 5 minutes because they asked me a question without attaching money to it. But, guys, it's not my fault that I didn't beat it today.
is the return of Starfield to the late night streams. That is right. I'm actually going to be playing Starfield
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I
I know I haven't
while.
played it in a very long time, over 2 weeks now. And I'm going to come back to it, and we're going to continue on. We were doing main story for Walter Stroud, and we're just going to continue on with his storylines and see where they take us. And I love the Starfield, not because of the game itself, but because we have great late-night chill streams when I play that game. It's really the interactions that we have and the fun that we have as I'm playing those games, that game, I should say, that allows me to enjoy it more. If I was just me playing the game for myself, I probably wouldn't have as much fun, but I like that.
Wow.
Get to relax.
Oh my God,
interact, and have
monsters.
those-
Oh, shit, he just now showed up.
Feeling here. Must be full man monsters. This is mother. Wow.
He just now started his 158. He just now started. He just now started the music. Holy shit. He's not going to actually start the pre-show until like 2:15. Mind you, his shit is supposed to start at 1:45. He is supposed to start at 1:45, and he just now started. He is 13 minutes late to his own stream. He streams from home. He doesn't have to go anywhere. He doesn't have to do anything. He just has to waddle down the hallway. And he just now started. Holy shit. Alright, back to this.
chill stream moments while I'm
There's so much
playing
traffic in
the
the
game.
hallway,
So,
guys.
looking
Jasper want to
forward
get
to
out of
that
the
tomorrow.
way.
Keep in mind, so many new releases coming out this week. Tuesday is Sonic Superstars. Friday, Spider-Man 2 and Super Mario Wonder. And then a week from Friday, Alan Wake 2. We've got a crazy second half of October coming up that's going to be absolutely outstanding. One final thing. As soon as I finish this and I upload it, I tonight am tallying up your nominations for games to be played during the Halloween event. The game that was most nominated by members will be played no matter what. The most nominated games from common viewers, I think there's like 70 nominations. We're going to tally up what were the most nominated games and probably narrow it down to like maybe 5. And then you will be able to vote starting tonight on the community tab of DSP Gaming. And you'll be able to pick what games get played during the marathon. Probably 2. I'm thinking probably 3 games. Because what else is going on during that marathon? Well, food.
Marathon.
As well as the tier maker.
Really,
so we're
the
probably gonna have the day
marathon?
booked if we have 3 different games that we play. So I'm curious to see what you will vote for and what games will make it in. And thank you so much for participating in that. Your feedback is always key in my big holiday marathon events. And I can't wait for the Halloween one. All right? Everyone, please have a good night. Enjoy the new gameplay. I'll see you tomorrow. And we'll see what you guys start to vote on with the Halloween event games, all right? Thank you. Peace out. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning.
Well, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, morning, same thing, right? I just can't believe he... Holy shit. 1:58 before he started. Oh god, I don't want to hear that noise. Guys, the holidays should be more generous. Yeah, with loved ones. Get hold of my sister, like, hey, what do your kids want? Oh, they were looking at this, they're talking about that. It's like, alright, well, which one? All of it. I ain't got any screaming shit demons of my own, so I'll spoil the shit out of them.
The soothing sounds of Barry White during the zombie apocalypse.
Looks like on his current poll, Resident Evil 0's leading. Boo. He'll be able to blast through that after watching a guide. Terrible. The baseball postseason has been kind of weird this year. Flag football added to 2028 Summer Olympics? What? I mean, I know they voted for 2024 and they voted to not allow MMA or martial arts, whatever, in. So are they gonna just have it for voting, or actually gonna have it in? Because if they actually had it in, that'd be hilarious. Guys, why does America keep winning all the gold medals in this? Because we're the only country that plays it. So it's officially added in, not just being up for voting like they did for MMA for 2024. Nice.
There's definitely cool activity up here. There's giant rat scorpions. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Look how many of them there fucking are. What is this shit? How could I possibly kill all of these? I need dynamite. Company. Moon is my fucking hero.
Overbooked masturbation session, terrible.
He sniped the shit out of all the robots in the room. We got a headshot on it.
But they were played by Americans. And then, was it in November they got 2 games in Frankfurt, Germany. But again, it's all American teams.
She hasn't been here all day.
But I am loving the show out for like the London games because it's like, alright, it's Jags versus Bills. Yeah, in the city you get some Jag and Bills jerseys, but you get jerseys from all over the country. You see Vikings and Lions and Falcons and Chiefs, whatever, even though it's not those teams playing. The Lingerie Football League became the Legend Football League, but I think that went under already.
Come with me.
Womp womp.
And then blow her brains out. That's what I'm talking about. Sweet revenge. Come with me. There's something you should see in front of the dinosaur. Yeah, come on, bitch. She's fucked. Dude, you ain't get what's coming to you, you fucking slut. Yeah.
He should play Phasmophobia. He would so hate it. Gotta pull that Hogan, guys. Gotta pull it real good. I think you hate Phasmophobia the most, so go over there and vote for it if you want. Well, he started to stream at 1:58, so now he's got to play music for at least 15 minutes. Well, the stream probably won't start until at least 2:13, 2:15. Rock your body right. Pig Roach is back, alright. He needs those tips. He really does. He needs those tips to pay the bills, guys. Don't want to see him lose his house, do you? I mean, kind of do, but... If only, DSP. I'm still loving the theory that he's trying to get the house refinanced, but the banks keep telling him, like, hey, buddy, you have 2.5 bathrooms, but only one of them is functional? Yeah, we're not refinancing you. Hey, buddy, your kitchen is falling apart and smells like cat shit. You should probably take care of that. Hey, buddy. Why is this not working? Hey, buddy, why is there a hole in the ceiling? Hey, buddy, why is there all this shit wrong with your house? And so that's why he's all, guys, I need tips. I really do. I need those tips to pay my bills. So I can try to get shit fixed. But you know he absolutely hates. Oh yeah, he's got to get smoke detectors eventually, you would think. You know, he absolutely hates spending money on anything that's not WWE Champions, gin, or food, so it's like pulling teeth. And guys, I really want to refinance my house, but they expect me to spend my money on stuff. Bullshit, they should just do it for me. Why don't they just give me the money, and then I can use that money to fix the house? And then immediately spend it on everything but the house. X Street Bill, alright. I still like my Here Comes the Beg, do 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 do. But I'm not good enough to make a full song out of that.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
I don't know, he finds a predatory enough bank.
Nothing I can do, it's gone for good.
A bank that's like, hey, we're gonna get this guy's house, aren't we? Yeah, we're gonna get this guy's house. Fuck him, it's gonna be funny.
Fuck! That's ridiculous. Phil's balls jarred up. Anyway, it's great.
But it would be funny, he loses the house, and the bank goes and is like, what the hell? Does this guy intentionally trash the place before we got it? Like, no, that's what it looked like when we did the inspection back in the day, too. He just lives like this.
And the game decides, oh, you're slightly off. No! Wait, look what happened! How? Oh, no! Oh! What the fuck? Nothing I can do, it's gone for good. A simple misclick.
Nothing I do, guys. I did everything correct.
That sucks. A simple misclick. Throw it into the fucking lava. That sucks. He broke my nether portal. How? He broke my nether portal. How?
I still hope he does that.
A simple misclick. Throw it into the fucking lava. That sucks. A simple misclick. Throw it into the
Now, I've actually looked into it to see like what would happen to him if he actually did that. And they won't give you the full amount. So let's say 100,000. Like, all right, well, your house is not worth $100,000, but they'll only give you 80 because 20% is, I can't remember the word, but it's like, all right, we won't give you the full amount. We gotta get the 20% for like PMI or whatever, I guess. So let's say, but guys, you valued my house at $550,000. Why are you only gonna give me 480? Because we need to keep 20% out. But that's bullshit. I need that money. I was expecting to take my wife to Japan with that money. Sir, you're refinancing your house so you can take your wife to Japan? Yes, and then, you know, get the new Hulk Hogan. And, you know, the new Bison, and, I need to improve my business.
He broke my nether portal. How? Dude, I'm stuck here forever. How? I'm angry. That sucks.
Like, this guy thinks he's married. Did you actually see a woman in the house? No, the 3 times we've been there to inspect and check on repairs, there's never been any signs of a woman. So, do you think this is a psycho type deal? Or she's dead up in the attic? We inspected the attic, we didn't find a dead body, but it does smell like a dead body in there.
The game's over. I'm angry.
No, the bank took, his Connecticut condo. And they actually got kind of lucky. Like, after they took it, it went up in value by like 20 grand. I don't know if they actually sold it, but I saw that it was valued like 20 grand more than what they got it for. Sonic, Star Trek, crossover is possible. Oh, that is hilarious. They would never have the balls to do that, though. Scotty, beat me down. Oh, this is a very weird planet with weird loops in this land, and there's these rings floating in the air. Oh, look, there's a blue creature coming up to us. He's eating a chili dog. Like on Earth? Yes, very strange. Dr. Robotnik kills the red shirts. Reading Rainbow, take a look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Didn't, the guy who did that, Phil Burton, isn't he now in charge of whatever book thing that Drew Barrymore used to be a part of? Ooh, let the bag out. Ooh, let the... Ow, my nose hurts now. I'm not doing that again. Yeah, LeVar Burton. Yeah, he's taken over whatever book thing that Drew Barrymore used to do, but they got rid of her after the whole SAG thing went sideways. And the thing is, she had waited like 2 more weeks, she would have been fine. Alright guys, about this is either gonna be the last song or the second to last song. Because he didn't actually start streaming until 1:58 when it's supposed to start at 1:45. Was going to tip more, but you were extremely late. Oh, you're asking for a banning. I wasn't late, guys. It's not my fault. And one thing a lot of people seem to forget is that he writes, according to his bankruptcy forms, he writes off $5,000 a month in business expenses. So he makes $120,000. 60 of it gets written off as business expenses because he writes off everything. So he's actually only paying taxes on 60 grand. Which is like, I don't know, 15 grand-ish. But he can't afford to spend 15 grand. He can make 120 grand in a year, write off half of it, and then not afford the 15 grand he owes. Sogo Osaka knows what's up. Someone's about to get banned. There are business taxes in the state of Washington, but they're very cheap. It's not like, oh, he's got to pay 20% on his business, like maybe 5%. It's nothing that much. But even so much as a single penny going to something other than WWE champions, it's just something he cannot tolerate. God, can you imagine he dies on stream all of a sudden, Cat walks in like, huh, you got over $800 in tips for dying on stream. Well then, looks like I'm having a good night out tonight with Tyrone. His living costs are actually very low. It's just WWE Champion, Street Fighter Duel, and Jin, and DoorDash. I mean, we just watched him complain that the tacos they ordered on DoorDash gave him heartburn during his daily wrap. DoorDash is actually cheaper than buying groceries, guys, don't you know? No, it's not DSP. Patty something. It's like, I've known people at work like, yeah, man, when I'm going on break, I'm going to order DoorDash from this place. Like, that place is literally... We're in the middle of Toledo. You can walk there and come back. Let alone take a car there and come back. Why would you DoorDash it? Just clock out, get in your car, drive there. We're in the middle of Toledo. We're literally surrounded by food. Why would you DoorDash them when you just walk there or drive there? Well, I don't want to get in my car during my break. Oh, here it is, 2:16. Mind you, he's supposed to start at 1:45. I was watching football, so I didn't watch, but I've seen clips of it on Twitter. Favorite fight song? Ooh. I mean, being from Ohio, I do like the Ohio State marching band's fight song. But then they also have, oh, we don't give a damn for the whole state of Michigan, the whole state of Michigan, the whole state of Michigan. We don't give a damn for the whole state of Michigan, because we're from Ohio. We're from Ohio, O-H. We're from Ohio, I-O. We don't give a damn for the whole state of Michigan, because we're from Ohio. Notre Dame Victory March is a good one. The behind the scenes drama is now that he's going to Minecraft himself unless you tip him, apparently. And that's not a joke. Guys, I'm thinking about Minecraft. You know what I mean? Don't tip me. Why are you so fucking late? What are you doing?
Hi. How is everyone today? Welcome to the show. Jasper,
Waiting for you to show the fuck up.
What do you see over there? What do you see over there? What are you
Ants?
looking at?
Rats?
Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast, everyone. I'm DSP, and how are you all doing? I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you are ready for a fun and chill day of streaming, because today is the calm before the storm. What do I mean by that? I mean that today we are going to be doing all chill-style games and playthroughs.
I have not... actually, I've been close to Akron
right
lately,
smack
but
dab before.
I don't actually go to Akron.
Count them, four
I go to Cleveland
non-stop
instead.
new release games that are coming out in the next 2 weeks. All right? Just think about this. In the next 2 weeks, starting tomorrow, Sonic Superstars, Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Wonder, Alan Wake 2. That is a crazy good lineup of games coming out in the next 2 weeks that we are going to be tackling.
And you're going to hate all of them
here
because
on
none of them
DSP
are going to be WWE champions.
And so,
I've not been a can, but I want to
today
eventually
is
one day.
the calm before that chaos.
I mean, I'm right next to... I should be
to all those
going there, but I
humongous
just
new
haven't made
releases.
the trip.
It's going to be me covering the odds and ends, finishing up Assassin's Creed Mirage, doing a little bit of chill gameplay of Starfield, and trying to squeeze in another stream of Street Fighter 6. Now, just for clarification purposes,
You suck? Yes, we know.
you guys know how this works, right? Like, if you're someone who's been a longtime viewer and fan of me and my streaming and content, you would know that once these new releases hit, they are the priority.
Cleveland,
They
Texas.
very much will
nice.
take up all of my time, and that means that ongoing playthroughs and or chill late night streams, multiplayer sessions, they go on hold, at least temporarily. So I know what's going to happen is in the next week, there's going to be some people that are disappointed.
Uh-oh.
People who have enjoyed my Street Fighter 6 gameplay ever since the game came out way back in June are going to be like, oh man, Phil's not playing Street Fighter actively right now. No, I'm not going to be able to. I mean, at most, I'd probably be able to squeeze into like one stream a week.
Gotta be great.
Okay?
Jasper ate him on
Same thing
stream.
with chill
Jasper to get
streams
all
like
the tips for
Starfield.
that.
You know, I enjoy playing Starfield as a chill ongoing playthrough. Whenever we have an open night with not much going on,
Have you
and we
not
have a
beaten
relaxing stream
Starfield by
together
now,
where we can interact
jackass?
And talk and chat it up. That's what Starfield seems to fit the bill for, right?
Big
But
cat haunts your
yeah,
nightmares.
we are
terrible.
not going to be able to keep these games
Give
in the
him some
rotation these next couple of
catnip
weeks,
and he
just
might
to
stop
let
doing
everyone
that.
know up ahead. Maybe, like I said, I'll squeeze in like a Street Fighter 6 stream here or there. But likely it's going to be a major focus on
Bam, bam,
everything
bam.
new and exciting, because that's what people are going to want. Plus, with all those games coming out in such a short period of time, if I don't focus on those games pretty much solely, we'll never make progress. We'll have 4, 5, 6 games being juggled, and nothing will ever complete. Right
like
around the
now.
corner in November, there's also new release games coming out. Games like a Dragon Gaiden, as well as now Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, where we have now played the beta of that for about 3 sessions. And after 3 sessions, people seem to be under the impression they are really loving Modern Warfare 3, or at least I should say they are loving my coverage of it. Okay, so I'm happy that people liked that. I didn't know how people were gonna take it, but it seems like after around 6.5 hours of it, that people are really digging it and they want more. So I will give you more of what you want. Okay, excuse me. So good stuff. Now, in addition to all these new games coming out, we've got some exciting stuff going on today because, ladies and gentlemen, the Halloween poll is live. If I had Vincent Price laughing as a sound effect, I would press it right now and he'd go, but I don't have that. Okay? Sorry about that. Anyway, by the way, it probably would get claimed on YouTube or blocked anyway, knowing YouTube. So let's talk a little bit about this because I think what we should do is get everyone, aware of this right away. So, for the last 2 weeks, you, the viewers, have nominated games for me to play during my upcoming Halloween marathon. For those who don't know, this is going to take place on Tuesday, October 31st.
No time to play games.
It'll be a day-long event right here on DSP Gaming.
The
I'll be in costume all day long. There's going to be all kinds of festivities going on, including a live meal where I'll order something from a local restaurant, and we'll do an episode of Feasting with Phil together where I not only eat, but I kind of rate the food. There's going to be a fun tier maker where what we're going to do is rate all of the horror movie franchises against each other, which should be really, really neat.
And Derek's going to make the list, so how many porn parodies are going to be on there?
Frog in my throat. I think that'll be pretty fun. Who's better? Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th or the collective grouping of the critters biting your nose off? We'll talk about that. It'll be a good one. I think people will always disagree on that, and we'll have a good back and forth in that. But in addition, there's going to be a series of games. Now, what games will be played? You guys have had a voice in that over the last 2 weeks. First of all, those of you who are channel members, congrats. You guys really exercised your voice. Over 50 different posts were made. I believe if you look, it was like over 100 games were nominated. Pretty insane. But after tallying up the nominations, the most nominated game by the channel members by far was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm not surprised.
Pinhead vs. Freddy Krueger. Ooh, that'd be a good one, actually.
Weirdly, in the middle of the summer. Don't ask me why they came out with a horror game like that in the middle of the summer. It was really odd. It's on Game Pass. And people at that time were asking me would I check it out. And I was like, well, no, not really. It's the middle of summer. I'm in the midst of other playthroughs. It's kind of off-season. Doesn't really make sense. But if you wanted to see me do it, maybe suggest it for Halloween. That is exactly what the channel members have done. So no matter what, on Halloween, we'll be checking out this Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. Now, I'm going to be honest. If it's like
the Friday the 13th, you guys don't give me money, I'm not going to play it.
Your mileage may vary. I get the feeling that it'll be good for like a half an hour. Seriously. Because that's exactly what Friday the 13th was. Either you're the killer and you're trying to learn your supernatural abilities, which were very buggy and glitchy. Teleporting around Camp Crystal Lake and the forest around it. Doing slasher kills on the camp counselors. It was all right, but it was very unpolished. And playing as the camp counselors, again, there was basically, in some situations, you felt very underpowered, but then you would find a thing that would be like glitchy that you could hide, and Jason couldn't reach you there, and it was just broken. So it really depends, because I don't know how
you didn't do any of
this
that, though.
is.
You just ran away from people because the mic was on. The mic was on the whole time.
Asymmetric horror, it'll be all right for a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be like, oh my god, everyone wants me to play it for 3 hours or anything like that. It might be just give a taste of it, see what it is, right? So that's definitely going to be played during the Halloween event. But over 70-some posts, I think it was like over 150 different games were nominated by the common viewer and common poster for the rest of the event. So what I did last night is I went through all of the nominations, and I tallied up the ones that were most nominated. Some got nominated like 5-6 times. Some got nominated like 4 or 5 times. Some got nominated like 3, and a few 2. And what I did is I narrowed it down to 5 choices, okay?
The 5 games he actually wants to play.
So
what the other games
those
were.
5 choices are now in a poll
Looks pale. He
right
is
now
pale.
on the community tab of this channel. If you haven't seen it yet, if you type !Halloween into the chat, the link has been changed. It's no longer the nominations thread. Now it's the new poll, all right? 5 games for you guys to vote on to determine what I play during the Halloween event. So first of all, what are the games? Number 1, Faith, the Unholy Trinity. From what I surmised when I was researching this game, it is a pixel horror game, meaning It is very much a brand new game on Steam. It came out like less than a year ago, and it is horror. There's gore and all kinds of stuff, but it's a pixel art game. So that way an indie dev was able to make it without a giant budget. But people rated it quite highly and said it's a very scary game. Cry of Fear. Now this one's interesting. This one's a decade-old game if you're not aware. It's a mod to Half-Life. Yes, Half-Life.
Ooh, that
That's
sounds like
really,
pretty good
really
then.
old, tried and true, fan
Yep, trolls
favorite
vote,
Valve
guys. They don't count 'cause
FPS
they don't wanna
game.
play that game.
But this is a mod that turns it into a jump scare, gore-filled horror survival fest. And it is free on Steam, which is kind of unique that of all these games, there's actually one that's completely free. I've never played it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it or played it before. Phasmophobia. Now, I'm going to be honest. I've heard people mention this game over the last year or two.
He will hate that game. He will hate that game
but I never knew
so
what it
much.
was. I looked into it
You have a
last night
chance,
on Steam.
vote for
and I
it.
guess
You will
it's
hate
a
it.
4-player online co-op game where 4
Yes,
people
he's gonna
go
hate
into
it.
a haunted house. And I guess they do research and try to like solve a haunting together. I don't really understand. I've seen zero gameplay of it. Zero. So I have absolutely
shit.
no idea. No, you're not going to try to steal my glasses, Jasper Kitty. That's not going to happen. He's trying to
Guys,
fight the
guides
tassel
don't
on
help
my
in this
printer
game because you
glass.
got to work with other people, so it doesn't help to watch a guide.
I've never seen it in action.
Not that I've ever
So
seen it in
never
action.
seen it in action. I have no idea what exactly the game is, how it plays. I'm at a loss, but I mean, that's a good thing, right? To go into a game with absolutely no preconceived notions or know what you're doing. At the same time, it's 4-player. And I wonder if it's 4-player, required co-op, like how would that work? Because I'm not going to have a microphone. If I play this on my mini PC, because right now it's PC only, I'm not going to have a microphone. I'm not going to have any way to communicate with the other players. All I'm going to have
You
is
wouldn't
Xbox
communicate with them
Game Pass.
anyways.
So I don't know how that's going to work. It's not like
Fuck you. You wouldn't communicate with them anyways. You always turn out the microphone because you don't want to communicate with anyone you're playing with. That's why you always suck at online games. You're doing Call of Duty. You can't coordinate with your teammates because you refuse to have the microphone on or hear their microphones. They're like, all right, guys, we're going to coordinate here. We're going to go for A. Then we're going to try to hit C while they're going after B. Then there goes DSP running off on his own because he can't hear them or communicate with them. Fuck you.
I'm on a PC with a keyboard and mouse and I'll be able to communicate with these people. So I don't even know if the game will work. I don't know how it works at all.
So definitely vote for it because he's going to fucking hate it even more now.
You can play it by yourself. I'm
gonna
down
hate
for
it
that though.
even
I
more.
don't know how entertaining it will be, So there you go. Some people are saying it's a first-person game, the same premise as Ghost Adventures, and you can solo it. Oh, you can solo it? See, I didn't know that. That on Steam it explained itself as like 4-player online required or something like that. So I don't know, but I guess we could try it. All right. Also, Resident Evil 0. Now, this is an interesting one. I have played Resident Evil 0 before, almost a decade ago. It was either like 2014 or 2015.
Don't vote
one of those
for it.
earlier summers when I had just recently moved here to Washington State, and I remember having like a summer of dead stuff. There was nothing going on, and you guys had determined that you wanted to see me play classic Resident Evils that I'd never played before. So I remember during that summer, I played not only Resident Evil 0, but also Code Veronica X. But this was a very, very long time ago, and I don't remember the games. I'll be honest. Like Code Veronica, I remember there's, like a weird character and some odd monsters.
He's been watching
And
guides.
Resident Evil 0, I remember there's a train with, I think, a bug or something on it. Some kind of a monster, like a spider, or I can't remember. So I don't even know, how it's going
You
to
can't
play.
remember. That's why he's watching guides already.
Because I don't really remember it.
Because it's currently
but
in
it's
the
very
lead.
old, right? At this point, I would say
Yeah, it's currently in the
8, 9 years
lead,
old,
so that's what
playthrough.
he's going to pick
So,
and play.
The thing is, I was looking into this too. So I guess I still own the digital rights to that game on PlayStation. If we wanted to play it on PS5, we could just play the older version. But I guess sometime in 2016, Capcom came out with another version of it for PC that apparently they called the Remastered Edition. And I don't know if that is better than the version that I played, years ago. I don't know if it has better graphics or anything. I don't know what the difference is. So I guess if that ends up being a candidate that people want, that we have to look into what's the best version to play. Because I could play it on PC, I could play it on console. We got to figure it out, right? And then lastly,
we got to
Murder
figure it
House.
out. Got a
So I
mouse in your
guess
pocket.
Murder House is kind of a cult favorite horror game. The graphics are very, very blocky. Again, it's kind of like a retro game. It's not pixel art like Faith, but instead it almost looks like Minecraft in a way, okay? But again, it's gore. There's a lot of gore, and it's like a slasher game. I guess there's some kind of like a guy in a bunny suit with a chainsaw chasing people around or something like that. And a lot of people say it's in the vein of like the old school
24, is that tough,
control
huh?
classic
Damn.
survival horror games. So these are the 5 games. It's Faith, the Unholy Trinity, Cry of Fear, Phasmophobia, Resident Evil 0, and Murder House, okay? So the poll went live around 12 hours ago. It was just about, I would say, last night around 10 p.m.-ish. So I guess now it's like 13 hours when this poll went live. The early lead is Resident Evil 0, and then
Unfortunately.
Phasmophobia with Cry of Fear right behind it, and then almost neck and neck between Murder House and Fate. Okay? But the poll
So
literally
vote
just
for
went live 12
Phasmophobia.
hours ago. This poll will be running until Halloween. All right? So if you have not voted yet,
Unless the
don't
trolls
worry.
ruin the
You
poll,
still
guys.
have ample opportunity to make your voice known. The command will be live in the chat for the next 2 weeks. So whenever you type !Halloween, you can vote. If you
Right there. Go there
are
and vote
not
for
watching this
Phasmophobia
live
because
and you
he
don't
will
watch
hate
the
it the
streams, and
most.
you're like, well, I want to vote. You can just head to the community tab of the channel, and on that community tab, there is a post that's for this poll on it. Please vote. All right.
Please
So
give me money, guys.
I'm excited. First of all, Texas Chainsaw
excited
Massacre,
for you to
you
give me
guys
money.
wanted to see for 2 months. I'm going to be honest. I'm not excited for it because if it really is,
And it's not going to do well because you waited 2 fucking months to play it,
So I
jackass.
know exactly what it's going to be, but it'll be fun to just mess around with it a little bit and try it out. I'm more excited for whatever the other games are that you guys vote for, honestly. Now, how it's going to work is at least 3 of these games will be played. We already know Texas Chainsaw, but we don't know the other 2. So please vote, and depending on your votes, that'll determine the
please
next
give me
2
money.
games. We're also going to have a backup game. It's always good to have a backup game, because what happens if we play one game and for whatever reason we just really don't like it, and we want to move on and do
you mean
something
you?
else? Or what if for some reason a game doesn't work? That's happened before where I set up a marathon, I go to play a game, and the damn game won't run. It, crashes and stuff. So it's always good to have a backup, okay? So please make your voice known. Vote.
You're voting for which
in this
game he
event. I'll
plays.
keep reminding you over the next 2 weeks. And probably a few
Vote
days
for
before the
for
Halloween event,
Phasmophobia
I'll
because
sit
he's
down
gonna
with you
hate
guys
it.
and determine the best versions of the games. For example, that Resident Evil 0, I don't know what the best version is. We'll have to talk about it. And go from there. We'll buy them.
You
And we'll
said
get
you
it all
already
lined up.
own it, so play it on the
Halloween
version
event
you already
is
own,
stacking up to be
jackass.
great. Me in costume, gonna have a little bit of booze that day, some drinking and stuff, a meal that I'm gonna order with my wife. We'll have a full feasting with Phil episode,
Holy
a
shit.
fun horror tier maker, and
Is
multiple
your wife gonna be on
horror games
stream?
over
Then
the
it's not
course of the
feasting with
day.
your wife.
That's gonna be a great way to end October. It's gonna be pretty awesome. All right. Keep in mind, Alan Wake 2 comes out only a few days before Halloween, so we're gonna already be in the horror mood playing that game a lot before the Halloween event. So I'm very excited for this. All right. Once
I'm
again, I saw
alcoholic as
people
he
in the
gets
chat commenting
drunk.
on how I'm dressed today. So today, it is cool outside. It is completely raining outside, cloudy and cool, all right? This is a shirt from a company I've mentioned before, Uniqlo. You guys are familiar with this
That's
company? It's a designer
expensive.
clothing company, and you can get their clothes either at stores, if you can find one, or you got to buy it online. And the difference with Uniqlo compared to other clothing companies is that they don't focus on heavy clothing, but their clothing are very warm. Like, for example, this shirt is very thin. Look how thin that shirt is. Do you see that? But
Nice
the
Nazi salute.
technology that they use, it's like a micro... See how stretchy it is? It's like a micro fabric, microfiber kind of a clothing line. So even though it's light, it's very warm. It's snug to your body, and it keeps you warm, during the fall and winter seasons. And I bought a bunch of Uniqlo clothing right before I moved out here to Washington back in 2013. They had just opened a Uniqlo store at my local mall in Connecticut. And so I went there and I bought a whole bunch of stuff because I loved it. And then I moved out here and I never wore it again because what happened? I moved out here and I started being on camera and I started wearing t-shirts constantly all day long. And I'll be honest, it's not usually too cold out here. So I didn't really need it. So I just never really wore the stuff. It sat in my dresser for 9 years, almost untouched. I've got sweaters. I've got all kinds of stuff from Uniqlo. So I told you guys, as long as it stays cool, I'm going to wear some fall-like clothing. And so today I decided I would wear this one. A little different. Every day I wore something a little different, right? Like the first day there, I wore a long sleeve with like a nice buttons. And then yesterday I wore a full button-down shirt. And today I'm wearing like a Uniqlo skinny t-shirt that's very warm, right?
Spending too much money on clothes
You shall
now.
see this kind of stuff.
Almost as
over
if
the
he doesn't
course
have
of
money
fall and
issues.
winter, as long as the weather permits. If it gets warmer, then I'll change it up. But also, if there's something that's notable, for example, tomorrow we start Sonic, so I'm gonna wear one of my Sonic the Hedgehog t-shirts tomorrow.
Should have been doing
Mario
that the
starts
whole time.
Friday. I'll definitely wear a Mario t-shirt for the launch of Super Mario Wonder. I have several different Mario t-shirts that I can wear over the course of that playthrough. You see, so if there's something timely and I have a shirt that ties into it, I'll probably do
Well, that shirt doesn't have buttons on it,
Otherwise,
so it
I'll
can't be a real
alternating
button-up
more
shirt,
fall
can it?
clothing over the
It's not a
course of the
mature
next
shirt if it
several
doesn't have
months,
buttons on
okay?
it.
So there you go. All right. So
All right, give me money.
now that we kind of got all the intro stuff out of the way, I think what we should do is talk about
I think we should
yesterday's
do is
streams.
you guys give me money.
Then let's talk about the schedule for the week, because now I kind of know what I'm going to do, which is very exciting. And
Very exciting, guys, that he knows what
and
he's
then
going
we'll
to do.
get into a little bit of minor game news and Q&A and shout outs and the like. Okay.
Why Q&A?
Sorry I started a little late today. Just running behind.
We don't
Nothing
need
too
Q&A.
major, nothing too bad. Just, some days I get wrapped up in stuff and I can't make it to stream it right away like I want to. And sorry for that. It was
Wrapped
like
up
8
in
minutes
what?
late to
You
stream.
don't
I know
do
you guys are
anything.
Really torn because of 8 minutes you sat around waiting for me. You're probably very upset.
It was
with
not
me
8
about
minutes. It was 13. You were supposed to start at 1:45. You didn't show up until 1:58.
Yesterday's streams went well. All right. First of all, DSP versus the Internet yesterday, I loved the show. It was a good mix of horror-themed submissions with variety. We had stuff about games. We had stuff about world news. Right?
So there wasn't.
All right, we actually learned the origins of the conflict between Israel
theme,
and Palestine,
then,
which
if
I
it was
did not know.
everything
And
random.
I watched, I was like, wow, fascinated, because now I kind of know where everything started, why there's world unrest right now. Man, there was comedy
Oh,
skits.
God,
there were
his
TikTok
views
videos,
on
there were
that
prank
conflict, are
scare
you kidding
videos.
me?
It was a really good show. If you didn't see it,
I don't
the-
get
the
it. Why
videos
didn't they
that
just
goes
press the
live
A
over
button to
course of the
stomp
week
on them,
over
guys?
DSP
Use the
React.
laser cutter to cut them in
So I hope
pieces,
that you guys will join me for that over the course of the week. If you
I just
weren't
hired
there live,
Isaac
if you were there
Himmler.
live, I hope you enjoyed. And if you are a channel member on DSP Reacts, you get to access all of that immediately. You can watch all of that content right now because that stream is archived and visible to members only right now on the channel. So go give it a look, and if you like the show and you're like, man, I'd like to participate in that, I'd like to be someone who can get their videos watched next week, become a member. That supports the channel and
Give
its
me money.
members who actually submit the clips for next week's show. Go give it a look, youtube.com/@DSP React.
Yo, my Rubbles, how's
Great
it
show.
going?
I really enjoyed it. Last night, it was the last hurrah for the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 open beta here on DSP Gaming because it closed down. It actually ended this morning at 10 a.m. So, last chance to actually be able to play it and enjoy it, and I did. We actually last night did something a little different. I
got
did a little bit of
$111 in
LMG gameplay,
tips.
but then I mixed it up
And like
and started
$3
using
super
the,
chats.
what is it, the Renetti handgun, which is kind of like a triple shot handgun. I started going on crazy kill streaks with it. And then I unlocked enough attachments that you turn the handgun into an SMG. I've never seen anything like that before. I don't even know if that's real. Why would you modify a handgun and turn it into an SMG?
So you can fire more bullets.
You could just get an SMG, a dedicated one. Why would you need to do that? I don't know. But I guess people are gun nuts and they like this kind of stuff, right? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I had fun playing it. We got crazy kill streaks. The final match of last night, I once again got Juggernaut, and this time people were like, use the shotgun. Don't just shield bash people. He has a shotgun. I was like, oh. So I flipped it out. Wow. I kicked ass. I got like a crazy ass like 20 kill streak with the Juggernaut. It was nuts. Like I was just going through the whole, no one could kill me. I was just like murdering the entire team over and over. Damn, that Juggernaut is overpowered in my opinion. Then again, I'm sure people will figure out ways to beat it really quickly once the full game comes out. But man,
And then
it was
you'll
super
hate it.
fun.
Guys,
It
they
really was. It was
nerfed
super
it.
fun.
Used to be so
And,
good, but now
I
they
had a
nerfed
great
it,
time.
guys.
Everyone
Bullshit.
seemed to enjoy. And you guys were really enjoying these streams, not only showing up and engaging with them, but also supporting them. And I really appreciate that.
That's the
because
only thing
I
you
was
cared about
on the
is that
fence about this
support.
game. I had a lot of fun playing it on PS5 last week, but honestly, it was some of the deadest streams I had when it came to like engagement and support.
No,
A lot of
support,
people
that's
just
the only
showed up
thing.
to troll. Well,
You get
it was
over
the
500
opposite.
people
These last two
watching,
nights, people really
then
seemed to like
no
whatever
money,
was
so you
going
didn't
on
care.
there, and like we would love to see you get this game and play it next month. So I made the determination. I will buy Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on the Xbox Series X, and I will begin playing it when it comes out. It supposedly comes out November 10th, but I don't know if there's a pre-order deal, if you order it early, if you could play it early. If you guys know anything about that, let me know.
Google it,
I'm
jackass.
not aware of that, but definitely
It's
let me know.
literally your
And I'll be
job.
honest, I think
Google
I'm going
it.
to focus on the multiplayer and Warzone. I don't even think I care about the campaign this time around. And I know that's kind of the opposite attitude I used to have, because I used to be Mr. Single Player, right? I play every game single player, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think it matters. This campaign, does anyone really care about the campaign of Modern Warfare 3? I don't. I don't even remember last year's campaign.
Well, that's the gin talking.
So I think what I want to do is just focus on multiplayer this year, right? Because that's where it's at. So we'll see. And some people just said, what about zombies? I don't know, because zombies is more multiplayer, and I'm not really into co-op. I'm more into like
Because you don't want to
jump
hear
into
people.
team mode or try to survive.
don't want
in
to have to
Warzone
hear people's
solos.
microphones.
I'm not someone who really cares that much about you know, the aspect of teaming up with others to survive waves. Of
Like, I don't want to team up with
that.
others, guys. I don't like other
Jax
people.
Gaming says if
Unless
you
they give me
pre-order,
money.
you can play the campaign.
Even then, I still don't like them. I just like the money
then
they
you
give
can
me.
maybe do it as night streams and get it out of the way before the game launches. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the reason I say that. I'm going to be playing like 4+ games at that point. You realize that? You know, like, so I don't even know. I might need the night streams for the other games, right? And people at that point might be like, well, oh, you haven't played Street Fighter or anything in weeks. Could you do that? So I don't know if I'm even, again, if the campaign will even be a concern. I'm not sure, okay?
Unless someone emails me, they're going to
talk about
support
it when
it.
we get closer to it. I don't think it's really that big of a deal, but, you know. But, yeah, I've determined I will get it, and I will get it on the Xbox Series X. I want to say thanks to those who turned out for these beta streams and who supported them. I really appreciate that, and thanks for giving me all your feedback. In reality, I don't think it's the game. I think it's my enjoyment of it, right? Like, because I'm playing on the retro maps, and I really like these maps because these are the maps I played 14 years ago. So I'm running full speed through the maps. Action, you know, Action Jackson goes around the corner, blah, 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 killing everyone. And people said that they really like the gameplay because I'm doing it a lot more action moving based. I think that's what this game is made for. You know, I really do. I feel like once you get moving on these maps, that's exactly the momentum you need. Just keep moving, keep killing, reloading, moving full blast so no one can really catch you and get you. I think that's what they're going for with this game. It's less strategic based, because if you play strategic, you're not going to do that well. These maps are too small. The maps are way too small to play strategic. There's always someone spawning behind you, so you got to keep your ass moving, right? So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
I've been playing this game for 15 years. Just not figure that out.
In November. Okay? All right, so let's talk about today, and let's talk about the schedule coming up. Today, it is the conclusion of Assassin's Creed Mirage. This has been a great playthrough. Not to say that it's gotten ridiculous.
I'm gonna let when he doesn't beat it though, because he's too busy begging and crying and going to the bathroom.
You know, crazy amount of people talking about it or praising it. But I think it's been exactly what this channel kind of needed for a bit. It's a solid playthrough. It's entertaining because it's both fun in its intended gameplay elements, but also in its bugs. This game has had constant bugs that are quite entertaining. I mean, just off the top of my head, I can tell you, the ghost knife that was attached to Basim's hand and wouldn't go away, the isometric view that stuck for 90 minutes during a stream, and everything was very weirdly done, but it looked unique and different from other Assassin's Creed games. Or last stream, getting sucked into a wall and stuck inside, and then messing around and throwing items and going crazy on the controls for about 5 minutes until I got the game to unglitch and get me unstuck, right? That kind of stuff is fun, and I've seen way more than that, too. I saw a glitch.
You've told developers to die in a fire for less bugs than that.
And NPCs will sometimes be on a long boat going down the
river.
river.
How come it's okay for the game to be that buggy now, huh?
And the NPC was like glued on his ass to the boat. He couldn't move, and the boat kept spinning in the water like this, so the guy kept dunking in the water. Dunk, 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 dunk. And he was like, he was reacting as if like someone was attacking him, so he was like screaming like, oh, oh, as he was dunking in the water driving down the river. The game is just so full of silly bugs like that. And it's good to know that they're not horribly game-breaking, you know what I mean? But it's been entertaining, you know, returning to the roots of what Assassin's Creed used to be, with modern elements, you know. Is it cool that now the game's focused more on stealth?
Well, the start time's going great after he finally started
your kills
13 minutes late.
Around rather than just gung-ho running up.
13 minutes late to his own stream.
Yeah, it is. That's what the series started with. That's what it should have been all along. It really did lose its way in the last 3 games, in my opinion. It's also good to know that there's not an insanely huge map that's going to take you 80 hours to explore. You know, you get to the meat of the game right away as you start playing it. You're right into what the game expects you to do. The graphics are outstanding in this game. I think the graphics have been absolutely one of the strongest points of it. It looks great. But at the same time, it's very short. We're going to beat it today around 20 hours, you know. And so it is short-lived in that regard. And I don't know. I do feel like, to me, some of the things seem superfluous to what you need to do. For example, there's tons of armor sets in the game. I got like 6 or 7 of them now. But you don't really need them. You never really need the armor at all. It doesn't really do much. You know, maybe you get a little bit of a buff here or there from something. But, like, even the secret, like, there's secret armor that you can get by collecting these golden shards off of certain people in the city. And it's like, I don't even need it. Like, I spend all your time getting it, but it's just extra, not really intended to be used. It almost feels like by the time you get a lot of this stuff, the game's over, right? It's like, why did I even bother?
20 to 30 hours is a perfect game length. If he's getting
exploring.
tipped.
Like, it
If he's
feels
not
like you
getting
would
tipped, it's
spend
too
5,
long.
6 extra hours exploring the whole map to get all the collectibles just to find out you didn't need any of them to beat the game. They were just there to say there's collectibles rather than caring that they actually add something to the game. I remember playing, for example, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You had all these legendary animal fights you had to do, and they were all like boss fights that were separate from the main game. But when you killed each one, you got either a cool, unique piece of armor or an upgrade that actually helped you in the rest of the game. In this game, it's like, well, good for you. You did it, but who cares? It didn't really help you at all. Well, then why did I do it?
For the
Before you know it,
challenge,
game's
jackass.
over. So it didn't really matter
Probably normal.
that they had that stuff in there. It
Usually
almost felt
plays
like
the games
some
on
of the
normal.
stuff is in the game just to say, oh, because it's always been an Assassin's Creed. Well, that's great, but it didn't really add anything because the game was too short, right? So I guess being a shorter game is a mixed bag. You know, we're about to finish it
Busting
today,
out
and
the
that's
mixed
good. We've been playing it for
bag.
just over a week. We're going to clock in around 20 hours, and we're actually going to wrap the game up already. And you're like, well, that's maybe good. Maybe that way it didn't overstay its welcome. It never felt like it was too lengthy or droning on or boring.
Like you.
But for some people, you might find that as an issue, right? You might say, I think that that's too short. I think that, sadly, the game should have been longer and
Is
had
that
more
what your
content.
wife told you in
Well,
the
if you're someone
bedroom?
who played the last 3 Assassin's Creeds, that's probably exactly what you're saying, because they were all very different styles of game, more like Witcher than Assassin's Creed. But for those who like the classics, this definitely felt like a classic
Guys, I can't afford Sonic. I need you. Yes, you to
outing
donate it to me, guys.
for the franchise, and I've enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to see how it ends. We have like 1 or 2 setup missions left
Snort.
to get to our final assassination. And from what I'm to understand, there's like maybe 2 more missions after the final assassination to do.
Take a sip, you sleazy asshole.
So we'll see how long that takes, but we will definitely beat it today. What people are saying is probably 2 more hours. If we end a little early, you know, I'm okay with just chilling with you guys for a little bit.
It's gonna be
extra.
funny
Maybe
when he
we'll do
takes longer
Q&A
because
or
he's
hangout
got to stop
session,
and take a piss break
depending.
because
You
he's
know,
only
maybe
got
we won't, 'cause
$12
the
in
thing is,
tips.
every time that I think I'm going to end something early, it never works. I end up going longer, right? So we'll see.
'Cause you're
But
an
we'll
idiot.
definitely beat it
Who
today.
has to
on
stop
stream.
and cry and beg.
Then on tonight's late stream, it's the return of Starfield. I did not play Starfield at all last week, and I told you guys that I would return to this game every so often whenever we had time for like a late night chill session. And tonight we definitely do. It'll be something good to break up all the
He's
stuff we've been doing
cocaine,
recently.
cocaine
You know,
accessories.
every
You
night's
find
been
his
something
mirrors roll up
chaotic,
$20
like
bills.
Call of Duty or Street Fighter. So it'll be nice to finally do a late night stream that's just relaxing. Last time around, we had actually unlocked some crazy space powers and started doing some missions for Walter Stroud, who's the financier of the Constellation Group. And we're doing those missions, and then we kind of ran out of time. So tonight we'll probably continue on with the
You
mission
didn't run out of
structure
time,
that
you
we were
just
in
stopped
last
playing.
time.
You have all the time in the world.
And go from there. Now, keep in mind, Starfield really is the game that I play.
Phantom,
that
how's
allows
it
us to have a
going?
chill interactive session. It's not necessarily always about the game or the gameplay. It's more about just relaxing and having a good time interacting with each other, right? So,
Relaxing, give me
I
money.
hope that you will come up tonight at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. If you just want to hang out and have a good time and chat and interact, that's the stream to do it. So it should be a good one. You know, we haven't had a stream like that in a while, so it'll be good to just have
It's
a
a
nice
medical
hangout
condition,
session
guys. You
tonight,
can't shit on
okay?
him for it.
Tomorrow is a big new release day. It's the first of the big
Or
four
during
coming
his
out in the next couple of
quartering
weeks.
interview.
It is Sonic
No
Superstars.
bodily functions at all happened then. Amazing,
Most
right?
reviews are saying that it is a good game. They're saying that it has some flaws and it has some issues, but it is definitely entertaining and fun and a return to form for Sonic, especially if you liked Sonic Mania. You know, many years ago, I loved it. Sonic Mania was one of my favorite games of the year that year. So this is essentially the follow-up to Sonic Mania, difference being it's not pixel art, it's actual modern graphics. So that's cool. I'm down for that. I don't know how long it is. I didn't see the reviews mentioning
It's
how many
modern,
stages or how long
guys.
this new Sonic game is, but I'm excited for it. I like Sonic the Hedgehog. I like classic Sonic. We haven't played one in many years, so it'll be good to get some variety into the streams, a brand new release. And I'll be wearing, like I said, I have multiple Sonic the Hedgehog shirts and stuff, and I'll make this announcement right now. Yes, during the entirety, that's right, I just said it, during the entirety of my Sonic Superstars playthrough, if we hit the Tier 2 goal of support, which is $100 on any given stream,
He's gonna wear the Sonic hat, guys. He's finally doing it. He's finally giving the fans what they fucking want. Holy shit. I thought this day would never come. He's gonna actually do what the fans want him to do. Holy
I will
wow!
bring out of retirement
Is he learning?
the Sonic the Hedgehog hat. I mean, if there ever was a
He's
pertinent
actually
time to use
learning
the hat,
to give the
now
fans
is
what
the
they
time,
want, and
right?
they might actually just
So
give them money
starting
for
tomorrow on the premiere stream, I'm playing it again Wednesday, and then any day that I play it, if we hit that 2-2
Who knew the pig
goal,
roach could
the
finally
Sonic hat
learn?
goes on as I play the game. All right, should be pretty fun. Actually, like I said, I have 2 Sonic T-shirts, so I'll probably wear those both Tuesday, Wednesday.
Probably never
for
been
the
washed.
launch
Why
of
would
the
he
game
wash
as
it,
well.
guys? You only wore it a few
Pretty
times.
cool. Sonic returns very soon. All right, so that exactly. Now that's incentive to see me look like a complete asshole. Yeah, that's incentive to contribute if I ever heard one, right? All right.
Like an asshole.
Very, very nice.
Why would
By
we
the
let
way,
him make
I've
look like an
owned
asshole,
this
man?
hat, no
It might make it look
exaggeration,
funny,
over a decade. This
but
was for Sonic
that's what you should be doing.
Generations, was it? I think it was
This is what your
Sonic
fans want.
Generations. That if you pre-ordered the game at GameStop, it came with this hat. Which is ridiculous because it's a good hat. It's not like it's cheap. It's a pretty good quality hat. So it's pretty wild that they tied it in with Sonic Generations. 100% polyester. It doesn't have a date. I wanted to see if it had like a date on it. It doesn't. Darn.
Of course he wants
But
$100.
yeah, it's
That's
over
the
a
hat
decade
goal,
old.
guys.
Pretty cool. Sonic returns for Sonic Superstars. All right? Pretty nice. All right. Tomorrow night on the late stream, we're going to do some Street Fighter. And probably, I mean, I'm going to be honest, this might be the last Street Fighter stream for a bit. It may be for a week or more. I don't know. If not even longer. But the question is, what do you guys want to see tomorrow night? Do you want to see me do Blanca in Master Ranked matches again?
I don't know if his hat would
Are you
expire,
tired
but
of
it might fall
Blanca? Do you
apart
wanna
eventually,
see me
especially with how he
maybe go and
never
try
takes care of
Honda?
anything.
Or do you want to maybe see me try something completely different? Would you like to see me maybe try Dalsim?
Now, time for something completely
some
different.
casual
DSP not
matches
sucking
and
at
see
life.
how I do?
Never gonna happen.
And then level up and maybe
Oh,
go to rank.
how's it
Do you want to see me
going?
try Zangief again, who I haven't used in ages? Do you want me to see where Jasper is? What are you doing in there, Jasper Kitty? You're making noise. Okay. He's fine.
Jasper
I thought he
Kitty?
was jumping in bags and stuff. Now he's just making some noise in there. So anyway, you
Is he
know,
eating the plastic
it's up
in
to
there?
you guys what you want to
Probably
see.
not good.
You let me know what it is that you want to see in Street Fighter tomorrow, and I'm interested in your input. But it's gonna essentially be the last Street Fighter stream for a while. So I guess whatever you guys want to see. You know, someone just said World Tour. We haven't played World Tour in ages. I'd be fine to play a couple hours of World Tour tomorrow night, if that's what you guys wanted to. If you guys are totally burnt out on multiplayer and you want to see some silly World Tour, go back to my created character, run around, beat up
August
character. I
Team
think
Cat never
we just
existed.
unlocked like 2 or 3 different Street
There was
Fighters
those
last stream,
holograms
right?
and
that I was learning techniques from.
CGI and
Remember,
AI.
I got
the
that's right. I
biggest
got
thing that he had a
Dalsim,
wife.
and I was filled with the stretchy limbs. Right, that was pretty funny actually. I was playing stretchy limb style. That was pretty funny.
Cat's been spotted in the wild with a picture of her in the car.
So
But that she appeared on
you guys
stream
give me your
like 3
feedback
times
over
and then
the
she never
course of
appeared
today,
again.
and let me know what you want, and this will determine what
Oh,
we do
there's
tomorrow
also
night
a picture
in
of her
Street
from the
Fighter 6.
wedding.
We'll do Street Fighter 6. I'm just not sure what yet. I want your feedback. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So
Okay. Fair enough. Give me money. Okay.
yeah, let's do that tomorrow night, and then Wednesday will be another major session of Sonic Superstars. So Sonic Superstars tomorrow, mainstream.
I want to do
and
World
then
Tour
Street
so he
Fighter
doesn't get his
6,
ass
and then
handed to him
Sonic
by
Superstars
players.
again on Wednesday, and another late night chill stream of Starfield. Okay, so within the first 2 days of Sonic, we'll get like 6+ hours of gameplay in,
No, you
and a
won't.
lot of interesting other varied content as well. Now I'm
You
off
might
of
get
streaming
4
on
hours in
Thursday.
and then the rest of you crying and begging.
When I return on Friday, it is the
I know
big
of
premiere
King Cobra, but I don't follow too closely.
Spider-Man 2 on the first stream, Super Mario Wonder on the late stream. That's right. There is no Friday Night Fights this week. There won't be. I mean, we're playing multiple new games now. These slots now need to be used to play the new games, okay? That's how it always works. So, yes, very exciting. Double new release day on Friday. Then on Saturday, I'm flipping those streams. So it'll be Super Mario Wonder on the first
Yeah, he's
daytime
tired of getting his
stream,
ass
and it'll be
handed to him by
Spider-Man
other
2
people.
on the night stream. So both games will play between 5 to 6 hours of new release gameplay within 2 days. Then on Sunday, it'll be DSP versus the Internet, my weekly react show. And then Sunday night, I think I might do some Street Fighter 6 just to say there's one stream of Street Fighter 6 all week. It'll be Sunday night, and that's it. And then probably Monday we'll go back to Sonic, and maybe we'll do like Sonic and Mario. And then maybe Tuesday we'll do like Spider-Man.
I'd love for them to
and
do a
Sonic, and then
Zelda
Wednesday we
Dark
do
Souls style
Mario
game.
and Spider-Man, and we're just
If they
gonna
did
keep
a
rotating
Zelda
between those
Dark
3
Souls style
games for the
game,
rest of that
holy
week.
shit, that'd be
Keep in
insane.
mind, on Friday, October 20th, it's the release. Excuse me, Friday, October 27th, it's the release of Alan Wake 2. So we need to get pretty far in all these games, and that's why I'm saying there's not going to be time for Starfield. There's not going to be time for consistent Street Fighter. It's going to be a major focus on all these new games moving forward to get as far as we can, so that way we're not juggling 7 games at once. You see?
RoboCop does look like be a pretty cool game.
Okay, so yes, thank you all for a great, season so far. We are now heading into overdrive. This week will absolutely
Crying and begging for
positively
money?
be crazy for the amount of stuff that's coming out, and I'll be juggling, and I hope that you guys will be here for it, and you'll support if you can, and you'll engage, and you'll have a good time with all these new games. Remember, this is the critical time of year when you watch a new playthrough.
The critical time of year where I need you to give me the most amount of money ever.
Please remember, like the video, leave comments on it. Even
Leave
if
comments so I
are,
can ban you.
What a great new game. Thanks for covering it. Phil, like your channel. Phil just trying to help out. Whatever you can say. That engagement
He's trying to
is
manipulate
key.
the
That will
algorithm,
send
which
people to
could be
this
a violation
channel
of TOS.
right now for new games, and I really could use the boost. I'm going to be honest. Yes, it would be nice.
I could use the boost, guys, if you gave me more money. That'd be great.
Gaming in the next few weeks with all these new releases coming out, it would help tremendously. So if you could do
I'll say
that
Baldur's Gate
solid,
3 is
if you're
game of the
already
year.
watching this stuff and enjoying it, if you could engage
Sorry,
with that
but it
content
is.
to help more people find
In
it,
my opinion.
I would really, really appreciate that. Okay.
I was probably gonna go to Zelda.
All right. And that's really it. The one other thing that I want to mention, I just want to remind you all about the suggestion
This guy
box.
is a peasant with
Okay,
no
we
money.
currently have a way that you can put suggestions for the channel.
You're supposed to be going
You
out there and
type
working on the
exclamation point
farm.
suggestion
But it's
in
so
the
much
stream chat,
work.
or if you
Why
check
can't I
the
just sit
channel
at my
page,
hut
at the
and
beginning of the month,
beg
there was a
people to give me
post for the
money?
Suggestion box
Because that's
where
not
you guys can post up
work.
suggestions for improvement. That's been
I don't
going
wanna
all
work,
month
I just
long,
want people
and
to
I've
give me
gotten
money.
Dozens upon dozens of suggestions. And what we're going to do starting in November is on this very show, we're going to start reviewing those suggestions on
I
a
would
daily basis and going
love
through them and seeing
Make
what
a
people
Zelda
suggested for
Dark Souls style game. That'd be
There's
fantastic.
been tons.
We'll never have it
of
because
great
it'll also be
positive
rated M
suggestions.
for mature
The question
game.
is, can I actually
But it would be so
implement any
fucking
of them?
good.
And it's an interesting thing. So, for example, something was suggested yesterday, all right? And I'm trying to figure this out, all right? Because, so right now, all right, I'm on my own live stream, and I'm talking on the podcast.
And you're crying and
Apparently,
begging.
for what I'm to understand, there is a way that you can flag moments on your show, but I don't know how it works. So, for example,
So
right
Google
now, I don't
it.
even have the stream playing. If I hit play, all right, I can now see myself on my own dashboard talking. It's like Streamception right now, okay? Streamception as I sit back and I talk and I point. I just saw my arm go out like that. So it's maybe like 10 seconds behind where I am right now, okay? So there's supposed to be a feature where I can click a
Ooh,
flag
Zelda
icon,
Dynasty
which is
Warriors
right here.
games. Yeah, that's
All right, and I think what that's supposed to do, it
reincarnated
adds
as a
what's
pig
called
animated
a
season. Are you
stream
shitting me?
Marker
Oh,
to
that is
the stream.
fantastic.
So if
I'll
I
definitely
were
have to make
to
sure I watch
watch
it.
this stream back later, okay,
My
the stream should now have a
Horimiya
marker on that
review
point,
today.
and I would know. So let's say,
Get
for
around about
example,
anime
today on the
tourists.
show, I'm going to talk about a big news story, okay? I would click the stream marker, and then I would begin my news story, and now I know when I'm going back and reviewing my own stream after the fact, if I wanted to clip out of highlight, let's just say I wanted to clip out that news story, that was a really good one, and make a separate video all about my opinion on that news story, it's marked. So I can go back and do that. I had no idea you could do that until this.
Of course you didn't know until
overnight.
someone in chat told
It was
you to
actually
do it.
Overpowered Boone. I'll give him the credit because Overpowered Boone's been giving
See,
a lot
told
of
you.
good productive suggestions about
Someone
the
in
channel.
chat told him to do it.
He's the one who told me about it. I didn't know that existed, and I just did it. I tested it. I clicked it. So I don't know if that's going to work or not, or how it's actually going to like stand out. This is kind of an experiment here to give it a shot, and see. But I'm very curious to see how it pans out and see if it's something that I can figure out or not, right? So let's see. Let's see for ourselves. And if it works, maybe I can start doing highlights, because that was the things that was suggested the other day. Is can you do highlights of your own streams and split them out as separate videos? And I was like, well, I could, but the problem is, how do I find the moments
the problem
that I feel
is,
are
I'm a fucking
highlight
moron
worthy?
who doesn't know what to
Now
do.
I'll know. I'm going to talk about a hot news story. Let's split that part out, right? Make it so that that part is highlighted, so that when I go back later, I can find it and I can split it out. So, good suggestion. That's just one of the many suggestions that people can leave, in the suggestions box that we'll review and see if we can do later, okay? So, let's see how it goes, all right? And thank you for your suggestions. Keep those suggestions rolling, and then come November, we will
I would
actually
shave my head
start
bald.
reviewing those suggestions on a daily basis. Fair enough?
I would shave my head bald
Okay.
in an instant if my hair was as shitty as his is. I wouldn't dare grow it out to donate. I
All
wouldn't
right.
want any child to have
Ladies and
hair
gents, I'm
like
going to give you
that.
the abridged version of the plugs spiel today. If you like the content on this channel, please support it.
Like the
Because
content, give me
unlike
money.
other YouTubers and streamers, I don't have sponsorships or partnerships. I rely on crowdfunding to make ends meet.
I
That's
rely on
why
crying and
I've been
begging.
very different from everyone else over these years, and you never see me kiss a game's butt or unfairly, destroy a game.
I mean, you
I don't
do,
get
but that's because it
clickbait
was
views,
making
and
you
I don't
money.
get paid for kissing games asses. It's about honesty. And you guys have supported me for 15 years via crowdfunding to allow me to continue doing what I love. So if you like the content, please support it in some way. There's many ways to support this channel. I already talked about engagement, like liking a stream or video and leaving comments on it. But you can do things that are far above and beyond that, like a
Like,
super
give me
chat
more
of
money.
a super sticker on the stream, a super thanks,
of course,
on a
more
video
money.
that's eligible,
If I get
a
money.
membership or gifted membership for the community. Notably, right now, as we're about to head into
Say,
all
would you want
these
your
big
company
new game
associated with
releases,
them? I wouldn't.
I'm sure people would absolutely love to have a membership to the channel and have access
No,
to
they
all
wouldn't.
the
If they
emotes,
did,
to be able to talk
they would have
as much
already
as they
paid for
want,
it.
all of that. So maybe consider dropping a little bit of a member gifting bomb on the community. I'm sure your fellow viewer would love that. Or right now, notably, the best way to help out
His tips.
is tipping.
Unless
all
you
right?
wanted to Minecraft
And the reason
himself.
that I say that is because in the short term right now, I have to buy a ton of games. And the next 2 weeks, I have to buy 4 games, right? Then after those 2 weeks pass, I then have to pay a bunch of bills waiting for YouTube to pay me. Normally, YouTube would pay me around the 21st of every month, and this is a giant payment for everything I earned the month before. The problem is this month, the 21st falls on a weekend. And when a YouTube payday falls on a weekend, your pay can be delayed upwards of 5 days. Now, it doesn't always take that long, but there was once where it took that long.
No. It falls on Saturday, I do believe. Let me check real quick. Yes, the 21st is a Saturday. So he'll get paid Saturday, or he'll get paid Monday. There is no 5-day. Why would it take 5 fucking days? Let's say the 21st was... No, because not even Christmas would happen that way. Because the 23rd would be Monday. So it can't be like Christmas won't be... well, no, because Thanksgiving's on Thursday, so it wouldn't be that. How the there is no holiday that would even make it take 5 days. Trying to think of a holiday that would make it take 5 days, but Christmas Eve, Halloween, Columbus Day, and things like none of those would work out that way. And he spent $900 on WWE Champions a couple days ago. So yeah, there's no way it would take 5 days. There is no holiday situation where it would take 5 days. It would take at most 2.
And I have bills in between that I have to pay, but I also need to drive, like, once you get moving on these maps.
Oh, shit.
If you were going to contribute today, the best way to contribute, if you have the option to choose, is tipping. But I don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and if you guys contribute in any way, shape, or form,
I'll
anything
shame
is
you for not
appreciated.
tipping me.
All right, so thank you so much for your ongoing crowdfunding
Ack,
support
ack, ack.
here on DSP Gaming. And with that being said, let us jump into some shout-outs, shall we? So taking a look, our first shout-out of the day is hilarious. It was from a troll who did several super chats just to say trollish stuff, and he get banned. Thanks.
They point out that you were
I will
late.
say this, I don't know why people seem to be under a misconception, but on YouTube, if you do a super chat, the streamer keeps that. It doesn't matter what you do after the fact. It doesn't matter if you get banned. It doesn't matter if you try to charge that back with your card company. The streamer still keeps the super chat. Just like memberships. If you buy a membership or gift memberships and then you try to do something malicious after the fact, the streamer still keeps it. So it was just funny. People come by here and they'll do like super chats with the insults, and I'll be like, so I'm not going to read your insult, but I'm definitely going to keep the contribution. And then the troll will be like, ha ha, I'm going to charge it back. I'm like, ha ha, number one, you publicly just said you're committing a crime. And number two, doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me. It's between you and YouTube, not me. And I'm pretty sure YouTube's going to win that fight. So, I don't know. It's just really silly that people do that. So, thanks to Bob for the super chats earlier.
You're
Appreciate
just pointing
that.
out
And
that
by
you
the
were
way, there's no
fucking
chance I'll ever
late
read out what you said.
again.
All right. But our first legitimate contribution of the morning is actually from Tyler, who re-upped their membership. They had one before, and now they renewed it, so it does count as a new one this morning. He said, big ups. Well, thank you to Tyler for that. You know what would be really
So you
nice,
don't have to
guys?
give money
If we
to
get
troll him,
500
guys.
members again.
I've told him
We lost
before
quite
that
a
having to
few.
give him
We were
money.
over
It's
650
easy.
like 2 weeks ago. And what happened was a lot of gifted memberships expired. And while that was going on, I told you guys about what's going on right now with tips and everything. So people really have been generous with tips. If you wanted to contribute to the channel, some members right now would be a good way. It would help out and to get us back to at least, close to where we were. But, right now, I'll be honest, I am worried more about short-term than long-term, which is why I keep...
I want those tips. I really do. I want
Okay.
those tips to pay my bills. The WWE
So,
Champions
thank you
bill,
to
Street
Tyler.
Fighter
And
Duel
as
bill,
of now,
the
it looks like
Gin
that's
bill.
But if any other contributions come in,
DoorDash
I'll shout them
bill.
out. All right. So, all right. What we'll now do, let's open up the stream a little bit to Q&A, see what you guys on your guys' minds today before we jump into
Play the
Assassin's Creed.
fucking
If you guys wanna
game.
Chat about anything. If we end up, drying up and don't have much to talk about, we can jump into the game. Thing is, we're in no hurry.
Just jump
This
into the
I'm
game.
today. Like, there's no way we're not beating Assassin's Creed Mirage today. There's not 3
Until
hours
you
of content
don't.
left in the game. So I know that we're beating it today. So I'm in no rush, but at the same time, hey,
I hate this
if there's not really to talk about,
Come
we're
on,
right in.
man.
So let's get
Do you
going.
want to
Today,
play the
good
fucking
morning, Juan. Good
game?
to see you here. Okay.
No, he does not want to play
By the
the
way,
game.
I have the wrong chat open. I need to have live chat open is what I wanted to see.
Well,
No
what other
news
chat
segment. No,
was there?
there's no news going on. Here's the news today. Oh, the guy who's like one of the big wigs at Bethesda is leaving. But it's not a story about like, oh my God, he's leaving for a bad reason. He's retiring. He worked there for 24 years and he's literally going into retirement and not working for the rest of his life. So it's not a drama story. It's not even pertinent. What's his name? Pete Hines at Bethesda. It's not a big story.
It's not
a lot of people are treating
drama,
it like
guys,
it is.
so I don't
It's
care
not.
about
It's
it.
just
By the way,
guy
I'm not a drama
retiring. It's not
streamer.
big deal. The other news story is reviews on Spider-Man 2 were positive. They're 8s or 9s. Okay. Every Spider-Man game's been rated an 8 or a 9, so that's not a news story either. There's like nothing going on right now to have a news segment about, so there's really nothing pertinent to talk about. That's why we're just opening it up to Q&A today.
Then play the fucking game.
Tito, man, I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying classic SNES games. We are aware that Super Mario RPG is getting a formal remake next month with better graphics, new gameplay elements, and redesigned music. So you're kind of jumping the gun playing it on SNES right now, don't you think?
Why would you want to play the original version when the better version is coming out, guys? That costs $70.
Do I believe please seeking is a primary modus operandi for human existence? What the hell is please seeking? Oh, he meant to say pleasure and it auto-corrected. Pleasure seeking?
Yes.
Is pleasure seeking the modus operandi for human existence? Maybe for some people. It all
Like
depends on
you.
your philosophy in life, right? Like
My
I can tell
philosophy
you,
is
no,
give me
not
money.
every single moment of my life am I focused on giving pleasure to myself in some way. There's a lot of things that I
No,
do.
when he's not pleasuring himself on camera.
To pleasure. I would say to help out my family, right? Or
You jerked off in
maybe
front of
to
children
help
to,
out, my
to help your
viewers,
family?
things I don't
Weird.
have to do, but things that I think would be nice for them, right? There's a lot of things I do that don't bring me pleasure at all, but they're just necessary evils to just
Like
have
pay my
life
bills.
as an adult. You know what I mean? But are there things that definitely lead to like a good times and pleasure? And you I mean, if we're talking about, for
Exactly
example,
what family?
we've been talking about this recently with these philosophy talk we've been doing on my React show. Always trying to do something that leads towards the best possible good, right? Well, what is the
Like
best
giving
possible
me tips
good?
instead of
For some
super
people,
chats.
that's just personal pleasure or the safety of your family and
Jacking
friends.
off in front of
For
children.
others, that's like the big picture. Actually having it that everyone is good and everyone is happy and everyone is safe, right? So it really depends, I guess, on your worldview. I mean, do I think that a lot of humans are only acting out of their own self-interest? Yeah, I would say probably a lot of people are
Those
like
evil
that.
detractors
They
like
can't
Evil
see
AJ.
past their own nose, I believe is the saying. Like, they can't see past what's right in front of them. They don't have the ability to see a bigger picture worldview.
To
and
see that
understand
you hurt me
just
when you
'cause
make fun
I'm
of me
getting
for
ahead doesn't
dying
mean
in a
everyone
game
else
over and
is
over,
getting ahead and
guys.
Other people might be suffering
That
because
you're
of my
personally
actions.
destroying my
But-
life.
Yeah, I would say some people operate like that. Now, statistically, I don't know, because who even knows? Who knows what people are saying or doing if it's valid or not? We have politicians in the United States that appear to be doing stuff for the greater good, and then you find out, oh yeah, by the way, that politician's completely bought out by lobbyists. Lobbyists constantly are doing things nice for them because they're giving them things that help out their corporation.
I say you
they
never
work
hear in
for
the
and stuff like
background. You
that.
never
So
see her. She never
you
checks
really
in on
know,
him
you
like
never know
Panda
who you
used to
trust.
do.
You gotta be kind of skeptical.
It's like
about
Panda
that
used to
stuff.
check in on him every now and then. Cat never checks in on him. Cat is just gone.
I've received a $2
Take it
tip.
seriously, asshole.
Our first tip of the day from
First tip,
Anso
heh heh.
Kamaru. I've been playing Mario Wonder for 2 days. I got it early. How? How did you get it early? You're not supposed to have it.
Maybe he wasn't an asshole, so
The
they
game
gifted
isn't
him
hard.
a
The challenge comes
review
from trying to
copy.
get all the collectibles in the stages. That's how it's always been in Mario. It doesn't feel tedious at all. Is there a game that comes to mind that has crazy hype you didn't care about? Everyone's very hard for Spider-Man 2, but I thought the first game was boring. I don't understand why it's rated so highly besides the graphics. There's all
made me a
games
lot
that
of
get
money.
hyped all the time that I don't really care about, The thing is, a lot of the ones that I don't care about, I skip. So I can't really attest and say, oh, it was a bad game or anything like that, Like, hold on.
Like, give me money.
freaking Destiny. I just don't understand Destiny or why anyone ever got hyped for it or ever liked it.
Because it
I
requires
just don't get
teamwork
it.
with
It's a
other
looter
players,
shooter
and you
co-op
don't do
game.
that.
There's nothing really original about it. It's Halo plus Borderlands. That's literally what it is. It never broke the mold. It never really strived to do anything that was even like resonated in my mind as something good or memorable. But
Why would you want to
so
play
many
with
people played
friends
it,
or
bought it,
fans or
hyped it
anything like
up.
that
It's
when you just
why
play
did you like
alone?
Destiny? I don't even get
It'd
it.
be miserable.
Like, what exactly did you like about it? Right? I don't know. The thing is, most games that I don't like, I don't play. Right? Let's be honest. These days, I really skip them all. So I can't really say, oh, you know, yeah, there's that game, and everyone said it was great, and I played it, and I hated it. You know, most of the games that I don't think I'm going to end up liking, I don't have time for them. There's too many games to play that are good that I don't have time to play the ones that I think are going to suck. I just skip them, right? So, yeah. Yes, Juan, we know your birthday's coming up. We're well aware.
But DSP doesn't care. It's not his. So no week-long celebration.
No, I agree. Destiny is fun to co-op with friends. So is a million other games. So why Destiny? That's my question. Like, there's a million games that you could co-op with friends. Why was Destiny the one that got all the hype and everything? Why? Because Bungie made it. But it's fucking Halo again. It's just the same game. It really feels like
enjoy Halo
combined with Borderlands.
People love Halo, especially the
It doesn't blow
co-op.
me away at all. It's boring to me, you know? And I played both. I played Destiny 1 and 2. Destiny 1 I played solo. Destiny 2 I played with friends. They were still boring. Both games were still boring.
You don't have friends. How
I
the fuck
didn't
do you
like
play
either
with
one.
them?
I received a super chat from X Shooter. Have you seen the Venom movie? I have not. Nope. Never saw either one, right? There's two of them. Nope, didn't see either Venom movie. Nor do
What
I
a
really
bitch.
care to, honestly.
Venom's not giving me money, so I don't care to see
Doesn't
it,
really
guys.
appeal to me, I don't think. I don't think it's in my wheelhouse of what I'd be interested in seeing in a movie these days. I'm not aware of a Mario voice actor Twitter debacle. I don't even know what that means, so I can't answer the question.
You're on Twitter
I know
all
there's a
day,
new
every day. You
voice actor
definitely
for
know
Mario
about it.
and Wonder, and he's a younger voice actor guy who I guess has really not been too notable. Like, he didn't do any giant jobs up until now, and I guess he auditioned, and Nintendo thought he did a good job. They selected him, and he's the voice of Mario, and that's literally all I know. I don't know anything else.
Truer words were never spoken. He doesn't know anything else.
7Ven, no, I haven't thought about playing Sonic with Kat when she's off stream playing on the other Xbox. What are you talking about? What?
Play co-op
You do
with your
realize that
wife.
when I am streaming, my wife is not just sitting around the house doing nothing. You realize this, right?
Unlike you, who's sitting around doing nothing.
She has stuff to do. She's either at work or she has stuff to do around the house, just like anyone else. You know, she does cook a lot.
But we never
She does
hear
a lot of
her.
shit. So, no, she's not just sitting there watching my streams all the time and say, oh, I've
We
nothing to
never
do.
hear her.
Let
She's
me
never
jump
cleaning.
in on
You
my
never hear
Xbox
the
and
shower
co-op
running.
with
You never
Phil
hear
to
the
do a
toilet
thing.
flush.
No.
You hear
My work is
absolutely
separate from my
nothing
private
in
life
that house.
for a reason, you know? We
Almost
don't
as if
cross
she's
that
not
border of
there.
work and private, so that way we can keep things separately, two different parts of my life, compartmentalized. When it starts to seep over, that's when you start to see problems. Trust me, I've been there before, and I know from personal experience. I know what I'm
Like when you
talking
told
about.
your
on this
girlfriend to
one,
just
okay?
die on the side of the road with a pill in her mouth. Instead of bothering you and you ruin your gameplay.
Okay.
Okay. Not her job to co-op with me. It's her job to clean the house while I sit here and beg.
Oh, Adachi Cabbage says, what about co-oping with her off stream? Why would I do that? Again, you guys seem to be under this very odd impression. Okay?
That she likes video games?
That like my
Just 'cause she's
entire
do a
life
video
is video
game
games. That is not
channel?
the case at all. In any way, shape, or form. All right? Look, I like video games. I'm a lifelong gamer. It's my lifelong hobby. Through tremendous amounts of stumbling into luck, I turned it into a career. Okay? So that's awesome. But when I'm out of this
Underneath
room,
the floorboard's
the
terrible.
last thought on
Maybe
my
it's not.
mind
Maybe that's why he keeps
is,
all the cash
how
in
can
the house.
I play more video
Cover up the
games?
smell of
Guys,
dead
I'm
bodies.
in this room from 10 a.m. most days. Today I was in here late. But 10 a.m. till usually on most nights past 10 p.m. And it all has to do with video games, right? I'm usually playing 2 games a day, all day long.
3 when you count WWE
right?
champions.
I don't want to make my personal life the same as what I'm doing when I'm on stream. The whole point.
You know what I'm doing when I'm not playing Liza P or Starfield on stream? I'm playing Diablo 2 with a friend. He started a Novasource, I started a Horror King Barbarian. Or I'm doing a second run of Baldur's Gate 3 with a fuck ton of mods on. You know why? Because I actually enjoy video games, unlike him.
Point is that separation so that I have 2 aspects of my life. For you guys who don't
Almost as
do
if he hates video
gaming for a living,
games.
right? You probably think, oh, that would be awesome if I could just do gaming all day. I could do it for a job and then I could do it. No. Because once it becomes your job, I'm not saying that I don't enjoy it, because I absolutely do. I still love gaming.
You absolutely fucking hate it,
as I
we
used
know.
to. But if you're in here all day, right, and you're playing games on a stream or whatever, and the question
separate,
is,
like,
do
Saint
you
Church,
think about
terrible.
you're going to do co-op with your wife off stream? No. The moment I'm out of here, the last thing I want to think about is booting up a console and playing a video game, you know?
I gotta get on my
Absolutely
phone
not.
and play WWE Champions.
I want to do anything but that. I want to have fun with my wife, relaxing, you know, listening
Watching
to
other
some
people.
music,
No, that's the other
watching
thing.
some
He's admitted, like, yeah, we watched someone else play the game. So you don't want to play the game with her, but you want to watch other people play the game with her. Right.
shows or movies,
But he wasn't
or
using
whatever
guides.
it may be, going out, you know, doing some shopping, whatever it may be.
I thought you had no
eating
money. How are you doing
food,
shopping?
Cooking, whatever it is, not gaming. As long as it's not gaming. That's the whole point. If my life is gaming in here, I don't want my life outside of here to also be gaming. Can you imagine if Chef Gordon Ramsay, who his entire existence is reality TV
You really think he doesn't cook at home? Don't tell me you're about to say that Gordon Ramsay doesn't cook at home.
cooking, the moment that he went off of TV, people just asked him to cook constantly in his private life.
He does! It's literally his job! He is a chef! He is literally, like, that is literally his job, is being a chef. That's why he is Chef Gordon Ramsay. He is literally a chef. That's what he does. That is his job. DSP, that is literally his job, is chef. It's kind of like Ken's job is beach. Gordon Ramsay's job is chef. Holy fuck.
He'd probably take a big cleaver and say, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to chop you off, you muppet. I'm going to chop your head off, right? He wants to separate that. You don't want to do it all. Your entire life is not just about fucking what you do for your work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's his
So-
passion. His passion to discover
There
new
you go.
styles of
The answer
food.
is
To try
no.
and
I don't think
recreate
about
his own
playing
style.
co-op gameplay with my wife
And
when
then
I'm
sell
out
it
of
for
here. It's the last
12
thing on
times
my
what it
mind. I don't
costs to
wanna do
make.
that. Okay?
Which, hey, good for him.
There you go. All right, I have a $1.30 tip.
He's a football player? Ooh, good for him.
Watching you play
Suck at
Trials of Osiris and Destiny 2 would be the most entertaining content you put out. It would be Street Fighter Assault cranked up to infinity. People would have so much fun watching it. I don't even know what that means.
They
Nor do I give
mean
a shit.
you would
I
suck
played
at it and
Destiny
you would
2,
get
I found it
salty.
incredibly boring.
Which would
We
be
even tried to, I did a raid
hilarious.
together. I had a party of guys who we teamed up. We played the whole campaign. We did some of the optional stuff, and it just wasn't fun. It was kind of like meh, you know. Again,
I wasn't the
feel
center
like
of
those
attention
games,
guy, so I hated
hate
it.
to say it, but I feel like those kind of games, the Destinies, the Tom Clancy co-op shooter games, they
Well, I'm not
get
the center
off
of
being
attention, so I hate
mediocre
it, guys.
games, and the only reason that they excel or succeed is because of the social aspect of playing them with someone else. If you
Yes,
weren't playing
because
those
they
games
have
with someone else, they
friends
would fail.
and
They would be
family
boring.
to play
And
with.
if that's the
Or
case,
they're a streamer,
then
they
are
might
you
have
really enjoying
fans
the
to
game,
play
or
with.
are you enjoying the camaraderie of your buddies? In which case,
Unlike
why
you.
reward the game developer for that? Just go hang out with your buddies. I'm just saying. And there's entire
Maybe because my
franchises
friends and I
based off
can't
of
go out and kill zombies in
And I
real
just
life,
don't
so we got to do it on
understand.
Dead Island.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dead Island Riptide.
I'm very
Or
confused.
Dead Nation. So yeah, we can
why
team up
people
together
think that these are such
online or
tried
in
and
person
true
if
great
it's
game
Dead Nation
franchises.
and kill zombies
Like,
together.
for the
Something we
longest
can't do in
time,
real life.
Right? For the absolute longest time.
Or we can jump on
I never
Diablo 2 and run around
even
and kill
played a Tom
demons
Clancy,
together.
Like, what was that one?
'Cause you
That-
can't
that
do it in real
was,
life.
The Division or whatever. I never played it. And then the Division 2 went free to play for like a weekend, and I played it with a couple viewers, and I was like, it's a passable third-person shooter, right? It's okay. It's It's nothing amazing. It's nothing groundbreaking. You play it with friends. It's not a big deal. I would easily just go and play cards with my friends.
You don't have friends to play cards
go to the
with.
arcade and play Street Fighter with my friends. Or go see a movie.
You don't go to the arcade. You
It's all
don't
the
leave the
same.
house.
It's just an activity that
You don't
do.
fucking leave the
I
house,
swear that people get
jackass.
so caught up in these crazy looter shooter games, they think, oh, you have to do Trials of Osiris with your friends and this. No, I don't. No, I really don't. It's like,
Yeah, I don't because I don't have
see the
friends,
value added
guys.
there, or why you should reward a game developer just because they made a hangout session for you and your friends. Like,
That's why he
get
doesn't
it.
understand it, because
It's
he
a
doesn't have friends to
franchise,
hang
it's a
out with.
genre that people
Doesn't have
like,
friends to
but
do
I've never
teamwork with
understood it
and
myself
figure shit
because,
out.
You know, maybe for
Okay,
me,
I
that's
leap
like the
in,
equivalent of
I
saying,
do this shout that
well,
stuns the
Street Fighter
enemies, then he comes in
succeeded
behind
only
me,
because it's like a
and hits
hangout
with
session with your
Nova.
friends.
Bam, they're
No,
dead.
Street Fighter succeeded because it's an amazing 1v1 experience with tons of skill and variety and all this stuff that factors in. It just so happens if your friends and you are good at Street Fighter and you hang out and play it, you could have a great time, but that's not the focus of the game. The game's good outside of that realm.
You don't have friends.
I couldn't tell you that Destiny or The Division or any of these games are good outside of the realm of being a hangout session with your friends. So why do they
Wayne
succeed?
Can is not a friend either.
It's definitely a unique generational thing because those games only started existing last console gen, right in the last decade. Those games didn't exist before that. So maybe just as fast as they got popular, maybe they'll fizzle out.
You could play games together with your friends on, oh, I don't know, StarCraft. The original StarCraft. My friends and I played a shit ton of StarCraft together. My friends and I played a fuck ton of StarCraft online. Not just competitive, but they had like different games and shit you could do that people made because people enjoyed playing the game. Unlike DSP. Diablo itself you could do together. Spam risk? Yeah, I ain't answering it then. What is that noise? My phone shouldn't be making a noise. On silent. No, but StarCraft. My friends and I played a fuck ton of StarCraft together. My friends and I played a fuck ton of Diablo 1, and then Diablo 2, and then Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction and all that. Or Quake Arena. Jump in, play together on Quake Arena. As long as there's been co-op game, whether couch co-op, which is fantastic and needs to come back, or online co-op only, people play with their friends. It's something that they like to do. It's an activity for them and their friends to do. But DSP doesn't have any. Or Left 4 Dead is another good one. So yeah, DSP doesn't have friends, so he doesn't understand what it's like to play games together with your friends. Or the Warhammer 40k Inquisitor. Friend and I played a shit ton of that. Why? Because we both like Warhammer. We both wanted to play the game together. We can shut the LAN parties of Counter-Strike 2. I remember going to a friend's house for because he had cable internet and I didn't.
You know what happens. Battle Royale came out, and that kind of took up the reins of that. And it's constant evolution. But I have no desire to play Trials of Osiris.
So
I don't
you
give two
say
shits about
it's
Destiny 4. It's not a very good
evolution.
game.
Well, you know.
Okay.
You're gonna have friends to play it with. Unless you're a fucking pig roach, then you don't. Have any friends to play
Okay, Kagome, thank you for
with.
re-upping your membership. I'm sorry to hear about your sister's pet. Hopefully, she feels better.
Uh-oh, someone's trying to be the king of
I received
suffering.
a $20 tip from 1 Minute Man. Thank you very much, 1 Minute Man, for a $20 tip. That is very nice of you. Thank you for your support and
Or
your ongoing
back in the
support
day,
of
be
all
like,
my
all right,
content
guys, I'm going to
on a
try to
daily basis
find
as usual.
and download
Again, no matter
this
where I am or
show.
what I'm
I
streaming
want
or
to find
doing,
download this
you're always
show.
supporting, I really
And then when you
appreciate
do a
that.
LAN
By
party,
the way, I need to swap my animations around, and I haven't had a chance. I wanted to
you
do it
trade,
today.
like,
but
all right, hey, I
was
got
already
all
late
of
to stream
Rurouni
and everything,
Kenshin, well, I
so
got
once
all
have
of
the
Cowboy
opportunity to
Bebop,
do
well, I
that,
got all
will.
of
So
whatever, so then you just switch files that
you'll
way.
start to see new animations.
That way you don't have to download
rather than
every
the same
episode
old
of
ones
every
we see for the
show.
first 2 weeks
You
of the
just
month.
focus on one
Probably
show.
starting tonight or
Focus
tomorrow
on
when I
this
get a
show.
chance to
Focus
swap
on
those
this
around.
show.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, 1 Minute
But
Man.
again, he doesn't have friends, so.
Phil Chucky should haunt your nightmares. It's incredibly disturbing. No, I've not watched Monster High. I've lost a lot of weight since 2021. I don't know about since 2021. I would say, here's the thing. I've gone like
Here's
this in
the
my
thing.
life. Right? I have. I've gone like this in my life. And when I started on YouTube in 2008, 2009 was one of my heaviest times of my life. Okay? Like, I was really, really heavy at that time. Probably like 230, 240 pounds. I mean, we were just watching a video yesterday of me doing viewer mail. And my
Crashing games into
head
mods is
was like
pastime
exploding
activity
like
that DSP will
this.
never understand.
I had like a triple chin and shit. It was ridiculous. And
Is that why you try to cover up
excuse me.
with the hair?
So then,
Patchy, gouty, beard.
I did try to change my lifestyle up a little bit and eat way less when I became a full-time YouTuber, and I lost some weight. And then I gained it and lost it and gained it and lost it. And I can tell you, 2017 was a year that was very tumultuous for me. You know, I was single for the first time in a very long time, and because of that,
I had to learn how to do laundry.
Incredibly
Not a
unhealthy.
joke.
I
He
was
actually had to
rushing
learn
out
how to
and
do
getting fast
laundry
food
when
every
he's
day, just to
in
eat
his
fast between streams.
late
so I could
30s,
get
like
back to stream
36,
and
37 years
basically get back
old.
to work. I wasn't really cooking. Even when I was cooking, I was having like shitty TV dinners and stuff like that. So in 2017, I gained a lot of weight back. Like I would say in 2017, I probably got upwards of 220, 230 again. I gained a lot of weight again. And it was very unhealthy. I didn't feel good. Like there were some days where legit, I felt really sick. And I was
drinking
like,
too
I can't
much
keep
gin,
doing
huh?
this. And then I can tell you, ever since I met my wife, and you know, we started living together, and she started cooking, and we
Work
started
Planet
eating
Jeff
more
having to
healthy
show up
now,
and give
we
us
don't eat
$20
fast
every
food, or when we do, it's a
day.
rarity. Instead, we're cooking
Womp
every single
womp.
day. And even when I eat out now, you know, when we do, I'm usually trying to get stuff that's more on the healthier side. You know, we eat poke bowls, you know, which is a bunch of freaking, it's basically deconstructed like sushi and stuff like that. That's what we're eating when we eat out. You know, we're not eating grease and cheese and fried shit, which is great, obviously. So basically, I have fluctuated, but I would say the last 3-4 years, since Kat is now, you know, cooking all the time, cooking way healthier meals, and we're not really eating out bad food stuff anymore, and I'm not doing fast food, I've lost a lot of weight. You know, like I said, on average, I teeter between like as high as maybe like 205, 208 pounds, but I've been all the way down to like 195. It all depends, you know, how I'm eating and what's going on and stuff like that. So I just kind of,
If he got down to 195, he'd look like even more of a skeleton.
But
Although
yeah,
then
no,
again, he
I
has
have
no
lost a lot
muscle.
of weight in the last few
Like
years
I've never
because
seen
of my
someone
changes
with
of
so
lifestyle,
little
which is
muscle
great,
on their
you
body
know?
before.
The lighter you are, the less health problems
Like holy
you have. You know, I
fuck,
used to
he
have
has no
problems with
muscle
my
on his
knees.
body, so maybe he
I
is
used to
down to
have problems with my
195 at
joints
times.
and other things.
It's like,
You
I
know,
weigh this
now I
much,
don't,
but it's like,
which is
yeah,
great.
but
I wake up in the
from the
morning
waist down,
and I
I'm
feel
all
energetic
fucking
and
muscle.
refreshed and ready for the day, as opposed to I used to wake up and feel like a slug. I'd wake up and be like, oh god.
My
I
friend
have no
has a
energy,
leg
and
press
I gotta
machine.
get
He's
out
like,
of bed,
he
try to
says
get
it's 200
moving and shit.
pounds. He's like him
And
and
now
my
I
other
feel like
friend are
motivated.
oh
and
yeah, look at
energized
that.
to
Oh
do
yeah,
stuff
we're
all
doing
day, which is
great.
nice.
I get down
So,
there,
there you
one
go.
leg, stare him in the eyes with just one leg, do the
Phil's
same amount of
long
weight.
sleeve shirt became a channel
But
member
then
this
they
morning.
do 25 on
Congratulations
the
to
bench
my own
press, and
long
I go,
sleeve shirt.
I'm not
Which
even
one
gonna try
though?
that. I'll
Because I
die.
have many now. I have many long sleeve shirts now that I'll be wearing for the fall. So
Waist
you
down,
know, I'm not
Thor
sure which one it
Ragnarok.
is.
Waist up, Thor
I think
Ragnarok.
all my shirts should become members. Actually, there you go. There you go. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk
as far
about
as
this
we know, he's
morning?
never played any sports. He's never worked
No,
out.
I mean it. Witcher just said something. He says wings must feel that way all day. You have to understand, as someone who used to be heavier, no shit and no exaggeration. When you're heavy, you feel awful. I mean it. Like you don't want to get out of bed because the moment you get out of bed, your legs hurt. You got, you know,
You got the
pain
gout.
and strain in all your joints,
I don't
all
want to
your
be
muscles.
Mr. Gout.
You struggle to breathe sometimes. It's like, what the fuck? Why am I struggling to breathe? You know, all of a sudden you start moving,
'Cause you're
you get
fat.
high blood pressure. Your heart's going ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. You're just doing normal shit. Why is my heart going like that? You're like, what is going on? Then you try to calm down, and sometimes you can't calm your body down because your body had to work so hard just to move around, you know? And you're trying to like lay down and relax, and you can't relax because your body won't relax. It's all fucking over adrenaline and your fucking heart ba-doom, ba-doom. It's not supposed to be like that. You know, you're not supposed to overexert just from walking around. You know, I told you guys the story when I used to have my office job. There was a couple days I would just be getting out of my car. All right, now this is when I was at my heaviest, probably like 240, right? I'm just getting out of my car. I open the door, I put my left leg down on the pavement, and as I put weight on my left leg and I start to stand up, all of a sudden, ripping, shooting pain up into my knee, and I sit down. Oh my God, what the fuck did happen? And now I gotta work. I'm at work. I gotta work all day. I can't even walk. I'm limping into work, tears streaming down my face because I just fucking threw out my knee because I'm a fat ass.
Yeah, why the fuck is his
You know,
wife so
what kind of a
fat,
way to live
then?
is that? This is awful. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, man. To people who live like that, that's fucking terrible, dude. You know, and I was like, that was my worst part of my life, where I felt awful, I looked awful, I couldn't, like, it was barely living.
So right
know?
now, huh?
I never would
You
want to
look
go back
awful,
to
you
that.
feel
Never,
awful,
ever
you
would I
are
want to fucking
awful.
go back to that. So,
Remember, this guy stepped off camera and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, blah, 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 25. Right? I just did 25 push-ups. Give me $100.
all right. Anything else you guys want to chat about today?
Like giving me more money?
Any other topics for discussion, or
Any other
or
topics
shall we
for
take a
about
brief
giving
break
me money?
and roll into our stream here?
Only 3:30. He's got another 15
No,
minutes.
it's a combination
to
of many factors. Sith Alchemist says just stop eating unhealthy food. It's not that simple. It's lifestyle choices. Like, for example, it's eating right and eating at the right times and not snacking. That's another thing that people don't understand. Like, snacking is terrible for you. If you're going to snack, you have to be snacking healthy. You can't be snacking on terrible shit all day. That's exactly the wrong thing to do. And when I say snacking, I don't just mean, oh, I grabbed a handful of fucking Doritos or Pringles. I mean drinking. Like coffee with sugar and cream, soda
Like gin.
with tons of sugar. All that shit is considered snacking. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it like that. It is. There's too many people in America in particular. I don't know about the rest of the world. But here in the United States,
Why am
we
I
have
Mr.
like a
Gin?
100% snacking culture where all you do all day is you constantly drink, eat. Especially the worst part is, I'm bored. I need a snack. No, you don't. You don't need a snack because you're bored. You need something to do with your time that occupies you so you're
Like
not thinking about
masturbating from
shoving
children
something
on
down your throat
YouTube?
constantly. I don't keep stuff in the house that tempts me because I don't keep stuff in the
Because you
house
just
that I'm
DoorDash
going to
it and
snack
then eat
on.
it
I
as
don't
soon as it
snack.
comes in.
I have no soda in my house whatsoever right now. None. Zero. Not a single can of soda exists in this
Well,
house.
nothing for a mixer.
There's no reason for it to. Right? Why would I have soda?
Right, bullshit.
You know? The snacks that I have
You know he's got
are
mixer
healthier
stuff.
snacks. If I have a snacks, it's not a greasy potato chip. It's like popcorners, which is popcorn formed into a chip. Sure, it's not good for you, but it's certainly not as awful as a fried piece of food.
So
right?
you do
That's
snack.
the kind of stuff I do. You know?
I
Again,
don't
with
snack,
the meals
guys.
that we
Just
at
have
dinner,
snacks like this
baked
snack and
chicken,
that snack.
Right? With the breading that we bake in the oven. Not fried chicken. Not greasy cheese chicken. Baked chicken. That's what we're eating. A soup. That's about chicken sausage with chunks of tomato and beans and things like that. That's what you have in the house. And when you have that stuff, if that's all you have, all right, then that's what you eat. Too many people, I had to say it, in the United States are enablers, right? Why are so many people in the United States overweight? Because everyone enables everyone else to just do it. If you didn't have that awful stuff around you, you wouldn't eat it. Because when you're hungry, you're going to fucking eat. If you're starving and the only thing in your house is broccoli, you're going to eat the fucking broccoli. But that's the problem. People just put the bad shit in the house and then they eat it. Of course, don't put the bad shit in the house then. But they do. They
This
load
from a guy
the
who
house
doesn't
with the
shop. He DoorDashes
low calorie
everything.
value, high fat, high cholesterol, high sugar, all bullshit.
He literally
stuff
DoorDashes
with no
McDonald's for
vitamins,
crying
no
out
minerals,
loud.
all
Like, how the hell are you
anti-calorie
going to talk
bullshit.
about
And then
this
they sit there
when you
stuffing it
DoorDash
down their throats,
McDonald's?
drinking soda and coffee and juices with full of sugar and shit. It's just awful. Yoo-hoo and fucking Yoo-hoo. Why the fuck does Yoo-hoo exist?
That's
It's chocolate
delicious.
milk with no nutritional value. You might as well just eat fucking spoonfuls of sugar out of the container whole. Why would you ever drink
Sounds
that
awesome.
shit? You know? It's disgusting. And that's what I mean. This is culture. This is an entire culture in the United States. This is how we live. Every moment of my life, if I'm bored, I drink or eat, drink or eat. That's how you get sick. Really. You know? Just think about how I used to gorge myself. I would wake up in the morning, and the first thing I would do is eat something greasy. I would toss one of those microwave greasy sandwiches, greasy sausage or bacon, into the microwave, and I would wolf it down. Then, at lunch, all day, first of all, I'd have coffee or tea with milk and cream and sugar in it all day long, 2 or 3 before breakfast and lunch. At lunch, I'd have a ginormous sandwich loaded with cheese and condiments and meat and a side of chips. That was my lunch. Then I would have more coffee and tea till dinner. Then dinner. Here we go. Fast food. Let's go to the fast
water.
food place. Let's wolf down a burger. Let's wolf down a chicken sandwich, right? Let's go home and let's fry ourselves up some food in a pan full of grease, right? Or a TV dinner. Oh yeah, that's real healthy for you, right? The worst things. And you know, and then at night, what do? Well, I hate myself because I'm fat and I'm ugly and I'm depressed. So
Yes,
it's time to
you
drink.
are.
So now let's pop open that bottle of rum and Coke and let's just drip, 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 drip all night. Gee, I wonder why I'm miserable, depressed, and fat. That was my life. That was my life for
DSP.
many, many years. That was when I was absolutely at my worst. And that was, you know, thank God I'm out of that lifestyle. But how many people in America live that lifestyle? Probably a ton. Why do you think we have an obesity epidemic in the United States? That's exactly why, right? Where's your motivation to do anything better in your life when that's your life, right? And again, too many enablers. Because how many people in the same house as you are enabling
says
you
his
like that
people
or
tip
like that
him to
themselves?
take
And so now
shots.
you're all living that same awful lifestyle.
Or
right?
he does events where all he does is eat food
Oh, excuse me.
that he DoorDashes.
By the
on
way, it's like I
purpose
said,
in microphone
because a
four.
lot of people in the last few months have said, gee, Phil, it's weird because last year you were talking a lot about your lifestyle and if you were working out or doing power walks or whatever, and you haven't even mentioned it at all this year. You're right. Want to know why? Because shitheads and stalkers out there have tried to turn this into some kind of a negative. All right, my health, my lifestyle is no one's business but mine and my family's.
Wait. You stopped doing your power walks because of the shithead stalkers. I thought you lived in a gated community, DSP. How are the shithead stalkers stopping you from taking a walk in your gated community? Please explain to me, DSP, how the shithead stalkers have stopped you from taking walks in your gated community.
All right, I thought last year I would share a little bit with you guys about how I was trying to keep healthy. I thought it was a good idea. And of course, they turned it into a negative. So now I just don't talk about it anymore. I told you this months ago. I'm going to keep that stuff private. That way they can't try to be intrusive to my life and try to make fun or be stupid and make up, you know, conspiracy theories.
Oh, because
about
they
it.
made fun
So,
of him for
yeah,
it. That's all
am
he
I still
cares
working
about.
out every once in a while? Yeah, I'm doing my best to keep healthy. I am. But I'm not going to talk about it on my streams because it's no one's business but mine and my family's. Okay?
Wow.
All right, any last minute stuff, guys? Or shall we wrap it up?
Guys, give me more money.
The chat's fucked up.
Uh-oh.
It's fucked up.
Guys, it's broken. Tip him to make sure it's still working.
Work. I guess I gotta reload it.
How sad he's got to reload chat. Should probably tip him for that much work.
Okay, I just reloaded the chat. Hopefully it works now. It was like freezing, and I couldn't click around. It was like fucked up. It's working now. Yeah, comment frenzy. It's just sad. Like you would think. Just think about how silly that is. So Phil's just talking about doing some power walking in his neighborhood, some jogging in his neighborhood, or whatever, right? That's
You
not a
don't
big deal.
jog.
But then what does it become? Well, how often do you do it? How much do you do it? How long do you do it for? Or do you measure how fast you go? How many miles do you run? How many calories do you burn? How do you do this? Because that's what it is. Every piece of my life is a weird obsession for certain people. So they literally want to know every aspect of my life, up, down, left, and right. Why? Because they want to criticize
So you don't
it.
jog.
So it doesn't matter what I'm doing. They will then find a way to say that I'm doing it wrong. Right? He's not doing that right. Oh, you see, he's embarrassed me because he's only doing this. He's only doing that. Right now, if I became like a triathlon athlete with ripped abs and a fucking, insane stamina or whatever, they'd say something negative about it. So there's no point in me sharing that stuff with you because honestly, it doesn't affect my streams. It's not really a big deal. And I don't want idiotic people on the internet obsessing about me and my personal life. That's why I don't talk about it. No, and it's various levels. Robbie says, are they jealous? There's various levels. I'm sure there are some people who are jealous of someone who gets to sit around and play games and do a podcast and talk to an audience and make a living doing it. I'm sure there's some people who just really hate my guts for various reasons, too. Keep in mind, there's so many people out there on the internet who listen to complete misinformation
piece of shit.
and skewing of any kind of truthful information about me for years and years, and they legit hate me because of nonsense that they believe is true. They're nuts. But a lot of people are like that on the internet. They just want to sit there and believe really messed up, toxic stuff. So to hear that, wait a minute. That guy who we used to make fun of and say that he was fat isn't fat anymore?
That's about all he has going from his
let's
money that he
discredit
makes.
that. Let's do this.
But it doesn't do him any good because he
I'm
spends it all on
sitting here
WWE champions.
In a shirt that shows you that I'm not fat. You know what I'm saying? Like
nice nips. Good
now,
to know it's cold in your office.
That must be one of those slimming shirts that completely squeezes his body. Okay. Whatever you say. Welcome back, Jade. Good to have you here. Yusef, thank you for his super chat. He's been a fan for 12 years. Nuts when you think about that. Don't ever stop being you. Thank you, Yusef. What a nice thing to say. Thank you for being a viewer for so long and a fan for so long. I appreciate that.
I don't get it. I just pretended to be a Nazi exterminating the Jews. Why would people hate me?
I know someone was impersonating you in the last week or so, and I got rid of the impersonator. I don't know about yesterday, though. He says that he thought someone was doing it on the React stream. I'm not aware of that. But we did get rid of... there was at least one impersonator of you in the last week that I did ban. So...
Basecamp presents. You know what, Rocklight? How you doing today? How's everybody doing?
Feels ripped. 15% body fat. No, and I'm certainly not saying that. And I'm certainly not saying I'm the healthiest dude. I'm saying I'm healthier than I used to be. I mean, you can see it, that I'm healthier than I used to be. But then again...
I used to work with... He started doing the walk thing because his doctor told him, like, hey, you're 68 years old. You should probably do walks and all that. He keeps track of it. He even went and got, like, a fancy watch to keep track of his steps, keep track of his calories burned, keep track of his heart rate. Like, he's gone pretty fancy with it. Now, DSP's... I don't know why anyone would want to keep track of that, guys. It's weird. Why would we want to keep track of that? Maybe so you can see your progress. Maybe he goes, huh, when I first started out 3 months ago, it would take me this long to do this 2-kilometer loop. Now it only takes me this long to do a 2-kilometer loop. I don't feel tired at the end. I might expand my loop and start going here and there instead. Because I can walk farther now. I feel better now. Gee, I wonder why someone would want to keep track of their progress. Can't imagine why anyone would want to keep track of their progress, DSP. Must be those weird, evil AJ stalkers.
Again, people will take that. Oh, you see, Phil's saying that he's like so physically fit. What a joke. He's still fat. See what I mean? Anything that I say gets twisted into a negative. So that's why I don't bother. That's why bother talking about any kind of fitness, any kind of change in diet. If I feel like I can help you guys by giving you a little bit of information, I will. But I just don't see the reason to be talking about it when these idiots always turn that shit into a constant negative. You know what I mean? No matter what, it's not good enough. So why would I ever want to try to please those people with information? I don't care. I don't care what they think. Here's what I know. I'm healthier. I'm happier. I'm at the best place I've been in my life right now. I'm super happy with my personal life and how things are going on streams and everything. This is great. So I got no complaints. I'm happy. Let's keep going, right?
I don't know about that because George Senda went after Space Cat and tried to take his whole channel down. Because he's a bitch. Definition of insanity? Yeah.
Exactly right. Cypress says no matter what, those kind of people always find something to make fun of or say isn't good. If you're not fat, oh, it's because you talk a weird way. Oh, you sit a weird way. Oh, you did this wrong. Exactly right. That's why I'm not here to please those people. Why on earth would I give a shit what they say? But then again, the more you say, the more you share. If you overshare, oh my God. If you overshare, that's a big problem. That's what a lot of people get into problems with right now as content creators. They overshare. I used to do that a lot. I overshared. When you're oversharing private stuff, yes, that can be used to legit hurt you. So
it hurt me, guys.
Be careful about what
they
you
find out which hospital I took my girlfriend to and told her to just die
for nonsensical reasons, right?
I told the hospital just leave my girlfriend on the side of the road to die.
I received
and people are doxing me now about it.
From Big Larry Gaming. I've been catching up with your Modern Warfare beta coverage. My input is I really want you to get the game. It's super entertaining to watch. What's your favorite flavor of seltzer? I've been enjoying apple. You know, I don't really have a particular favorite. I do find I like the sweeter ones as opposed to the more... I don't even know how to say it, like the other flavors. Like, my wife likes... Like, there's one that's like mango pineapple, and I actually don't even like that one. Like, I like wild cherry. I like... like, what's this one today? Tangerine lime. That's pretty good. I like those. While she likes the more... She likes... the more like kind of odder flavor. Like she likes cranberry. There's like a cranberry raspberry one or something that she likes more. But I'm prefer like there's like lime, tangerine lime, wild cherry, cherry limeade. Those are the flavors that I like more. Mr. Game Master did a $2 super chat. Hi DSP. Boy, I can't speak. Hi DSP. Are you hyped for Sonic? I am. Of course I am. I think it's going to be great. It's the makers of Sonic Mania made it, right? And you guys remember that Sonic Mania was one of my favorite games like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm glad
cherry
that
flavor because it helps with the gout, guys.
I'm excited.
I'm the best ship I've ever been in. Gout, 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 gout.
Canadian Kirk is complaining about the amount of ads on my videos. I have 2 things to say about that. Number 1, no, I don't control it. I don't manually say, hey, guys.
You do control it. I have, whenever I get a video that's over 10 minutes, 8, it's either 8 or 10 minutes, but whenever it's a certain length, I have to manually go in and take the ads out because they will literally, oh, it's a 22-minute string because it's me 12 minutes of bitching about something and then 10 minutes of actual video, but it's 22 minutes long. They will literally put in like 4 or 5 ads. So I got to go in and be like, no. At the beginning, maybe, let's say 20 minutes long. Let's put one at the 11-minute mark. Call it a video. You do control it, DSP. It would just take 5 minutes of effort for you to go into your videos and go, no, delete, 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 delete. Or the Liza P videos, the live streams. Holy fuck, there'd be 30 or 40 ads in those. Like, oh, hey, you played for 4 hours. Here's literally 40 fucking ads, but they all put in like for the first 2 hours of a 5-hour video. So guess who has to go in? Be like, delete, 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 delete. Delete, 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 delete. So you don't get literally 40 ads in a 5-hour video, but all 40 ads are within the first 2 hours of the video. Like, no. You do control that. You just have to go in and delete the ones that you don't want in there.
Every time I put out an hour video, please add 10 ads to that video. I have no control over that. YouTube determines all of that. All you do is you pick the kind of ad. So you say, yeah, every once in a while do a pre-roll. Yeah, you could do some mid-rolls, right? That's all you do. You just click on the type of ad. That's it. YouTube determines the ad stuff. Now, do I have the chance to go back after the fact and fix that? Yeah. Do you really think that I'm going to go back on every video I upload and delete half the ads? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Particularly this time of year,
greedy.
There's way more ads because it's the busiest time of year for
advertisements
on YouTube. All the companies right now are advertising their content, and therefore, that's why you're seeing more ads. All I'm going to say is YouTube Premium. it's a no-brainer. If you watch YouTube all the time, if you enjoy content on YouTube, YouTube Premium. I might say I have to pay for that. You do, but if you watch YouTube all the time, it's like a little over. I think it's like $15 a month or something like that.
Or ad block.
It's such an insanely different experience to watch YouTube with absolutely nothing intrusive. Having the ability to do whatever you want with the app.
You're pretty intrusive.
You can minimize the app and still have it play in the background. You can download stuff ahead of time and play it wherever you want. It's such a different experience that I got it last year when I started doing React content. I would never use YouTube again without it. It would drive me insane. You also have to understand that ad blockers are on the way out. These companies have been wise to them for many years, and they're actually designing ways around them now. I heard that YouTube just implemented a new way to block all ad blockers. So, yeah, you're going to want to get YouTube Premium, man. Seriously. Okay. We got to get going. But Bill says, I question a bunch of companies and content creator. No, hold on. I criticize a bunch of companies and content creators. Does that make you a detractor? No, it makes me a critic. That's different. Critics are someone who criticize something for the right reasons, meaning they're looking to be constructive. Detractors are people who literally, no matter what you do, it's not good enough for them. No matter what they don't like you. The only reason they're around is to detract and say you're not good enough and insult you. That's the difference. I would love, the things that I criticize, I would love for those people to change and be better. I would love for a company to change and do better. But I'm going to be honest and criticize them and give them constructive feedback. As opposed to many times, who I consider my detractors, don't do that. They literally say everything I say and do is not good enough, and they will never be satisfied with anything that I do to change for the better. Because that's
but
not
you don't
their
change
game.
for the
Their
better,
game is
so
always saying I'm horrible, so they have content to put out. It's the difference.
But you never change for the better. You might change because you might get in trouble if you don't change, but you don't change for the better.
I don't like feeling
You just don't want
forced
to get in
into
trouble.
getting YouTube Premium because it feels like YouTube has purposefully put more advertisements everywhere to create their own market for premium. Correct. I would never disagree with your statement. Not once. That's correct. YouTube has done this systematically over the years, and this was always their long game plan. It was. That's what they want you. They want everyone on YouTube Premium. And you might say, well, I'm going to fight the man or whatever. Well, understand something. How many hours of free content do you digest on this site every month? Do you pay anything for any of that content, right? Now, maybe you do. Maybe you actively choose to contribute to your favorite YouTuber or whatever. That's different. But do you actually have to pay for a single piece of content on this site? No. YouTube says, well, we got to make a living. We're going to run ads on that content. They have the legal right to do that. You may say it's moral or immoral depending on how many ads they put on a video, but they have the right to do that, correct? So if you want to continue to enjoy the content and you got to drop a few bucks to do it, at least, I would say for now, at least be happy. Everything's free. Thank God they're not actively making you pay to access the site. Thank God. Because that would be the end of a lot of people's business models, including mine. You know, I've always been Mr. Free. I get everything for free. I don't have any paywalls.
Really?
Any content
Mr. Free.
like
By
that.
the way, guys, if you don't tip me, I'm going to Minecraft myself.
But there you go. Yeah, I 100%.
Literally yesterday, he was crying about how if you don't
it,
tip him enough, he's going to Minecraft himself. But
YouTube enough and you're getting
now he
enough
guess it's
content out of the
free,
site,
guys. He's Mr. Free.
Then you should drop the money for it, right? Like, there's people out there who, like, let's say, for example, my content now. If you're watching this right now and you enjoy the content, but you know that I make a living on crowdfunding, maybe you'd throw me $1 tip. Maybe you would do a super chat or become a member. It's the same premise, right? At least in my case, I'm not forcing you to do it. YouTube seems like they're forcing you to do it, right?
yourself
But,
if they don't.
Hey, that's how everything's going to go. It's like I said, when I started on this website, it was the Wild West. It felt like it was a brand new thing and everyone was coming to the table with something new to offer, and it was really wild and different. Now this website's been around for 15, 20 years. Things are very different, right? Things are just like everything. It gets commercialized. It gets changed over time. And this is not the first time this has happened. This is not the first rodeo. This has happened with all forms of entertainment, movies, music, television, now the internet. Same thing's happening. You got to deal with it. It's just reality. Where the money is, that's where all these changes happen. And you got to either go roll with it, or what else are you going to do? Just quit. I've decided I'm just not going to watch YouTube ever again because I don't want to see an ad. And my ad blocker doesn't work anymore. Okay,
Might happen. You never know.
If that's really what you want to do, you want to miss out on all that content, I mean, go for it. But for me, I'd much
It could
rather
very well
pay,
happen for some people. They just get
$10,
tired of it.
$15 a month for YouTube Premium and enjoy the entire site ad-free, everything on demand as I want, better quality, download ahead of time, all of that. It's amazing. It's much better. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I ran.
All right,
too
guys,
late
give me
today
money.
because I started late. Thank you all. Great podcast today. I'm excited to see how Assassin's Creed ends.
And then you
I'm
banned
excited to chill with
someone
you
for
tonight
pointing
for
out that you were
Starfield.
late.
And of course,
They gave
I'm
you money.
Very excited.
Be like, hey, you were late, and then you banned them for
Tomorrow's
it.
new releases to begin. Thanks for a great October so far. I hope you guys have enjoyed the ride. And now the ride is about to get crazy. Starting tomorrow morning. I'm very excited. I think that the Sonic hat is excited too. So everyone, thanks, and a happy Halloween.
Nope. We're skipping that.
10 minutes, and then we'll start at 1. We'll do 3 hours, and I say we'll do 3 hours. We're going to beat the game within 3 hours. So it's not even like a rush or anything, right? All right, guys, thank you. I'll see you in a little bit.
You're taking a 10-minute break? Are you fucking kidding me? Guys, why did everyone leave the stream? Did he seriously just sit there and say he's going to take a 10-minute break to start at 1? What the fuck? I say, yeah, uBlock Origin already figured out a way to get around it. So he's looking to make his fans sit there for 8 minutes to this shitty music and fan art instead of playing the fucking game. This is insane.
I hate this idiot. Come on, man. Do you want to play the fucking game?
Yeah, he was 13 minutes late, and now he's gonna make his fans sit there for 10 minutes while he sits there and plays WWE Champions on his phone. That is crazy, DSP. Like, you're really gonna make people sit there and wait for you to come back. Oh, you know what time it is, right, guys? 1 second. Right one, it is.
Oh, with that aroma can do brighter day for me and you. The best part of
Why did it not work?
waking up.
Did you guys hear that? What the shit? Why did that not work?
Oh, with that aroma.
What? Oh, God damn, I forgot that there was an update. Whenever there's an update, it always messes with my settings. Alright, let's try that again. Sorry about that.
Oh, with that aroma can do brighter day for me and you. The best
Why is that still not
part of
working?
waking up is in your cup.
Shh. So wait, you guys are hearing it? But I'm not hearing it. What the hell? So you hear the Snortbucks commercial? Huh. Why is it not playing for me? Why would it not? Let's see if this works.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his
Monthly bill.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000? No way that can be right!
I see the audio bar on my screen, but I don't hear it. Good point. All right, let's see. Advanced audio properties, media source. What the hell?
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his
Monthly bill.
It's
Am I
over
not hearing it?
9,000! What, 9,000?
Properties.
There's no way that can be right!
Have a filter.
Oh, what that aroma
Shit is
can
going
do.
on?
Brighter day for me and you. The best part of waking up is in your cup.
I say it's the exact same settings on my other stuff. I am so... No, I can hear his shitty music. I muted him so we don't have to listen to him, but... I hate whenever they do... I'll say whenever there's an update, I always do the updates because I want to make sure my shit's working, but... In volume. I don't have any audio filters on. I don't get it.
Oh, what that aroma can do.
Oh, now it works.
Brighter
Okay,
day
great.
for me and you. The best part of waking up is in your cup.
Okay, now I can hear it. That is weird that it... Oh yeah, I just went to make sure it wasn't set to default and it was still set to Yeti microphone. Well, we just killed about 8 minutes of his break. Now we're back to that bullshit. Well, thanks for sitting through that with me, guys. That was very annoying. still don't get why he decided to take a 10-minute break and how he knew it was going to be exactly 10 minutes. Like, he literally said this, alright guys, well, I'm going to take an exactly 10-minute break, guys. Like, how the hell did you know it was going to be exactly 10 minutes?
Alrighty, guys, let's begin with the conclusion of Assassin's Creed Mirage, shall we? Alright.
Oh, he's a minute late, so it took him 11 minutes.
Alright, as they say. Okay. Here we go. So we're at the very end. We have like 2 more quick missions to do, I think, to kind of stage this final assassination. Then we have the final assassination. And then I believe we have the story finale, however it ends. And for what I'm going to understand, which is pretty
So you watch a guide to tell you how to do this. Thank you for admitting to using a guide.
This game
again
ties into the real-life plotline of Assassin's Creed, which literally has not been in the game the entire time, right? Like, we've been playing for almost 20 hours. Once has they ever referenced the Isu and what the Isu are up to? Have they referenced Desmond, or what was the other girl's name? The woman who's now there with Desmond doing that
woman?
stuff. You know, they had tie-ins to Valhalla or whatever. In Valhalla, had the whole Norse plot line and how that tied in with the Isu and all of that. So apparently, what I'm being told is the ending of the game will have to do with all that. It's like, wait a minute. We just played an entire...
Well, you would have sat there and, guys, I'm not doing anything until someone tips me to tell me how to do this.
That at all, right? So why on the holy hell is it going to throw that in at the end? I'm probably not even going to understand it. We may need someone to try to explain...
You're gonna need someone in your chat to tell you what the whole. You've played every single one of the Assassin's Creed games. How do you not know what the fuck's going on?
I played the main games. I played Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, and none of the DLCs. If you remember when we played Valhalla, I didn't understand where the plot was going because they assumed that you had played the DLC for Odyssey, which I hadn't done. So isn't that kind of weird? You play through the whole game, the game seems completely unrelated to any of that plot from the previous games, and all of a sudden now at the end that's going to be like tied in and you're supposed to understand it. Like, that's a little bizarre. But anyway, we're gonna jump back in and enjoy hopefully today. Remember, we're right here, we're about to do this tailing. Yeah, so you remember this? We gotta do the whole governor's office plot here and go from there. All right, so we're about to get started. Thank you, Only Ice Coffee, for re-upping your membership at 29 months. As shout out to me, one of your longest members. Indeed you are. I think 29 months is the longest it can be right now. If you do the math, that would have been May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, that would have been exactly roughly 2.5 years since I left Twitch and came over here full-time to YouTube. So thank you, Only Ice Coffee, for that level of support. Really appreciate that.
Snort.
The Jew Corporation says, did you ever read Goosebumps books? I had a Goosebumps books collection. Yes, I did. I owned probably like 20 or more of the Goosebumps books when I was a kid. I loved them. So there you go. Are we ready? All right, let's jump in, everybody.
How about we don't jump in and not watch you because you're annoying as shit? Yeah, it was totally his decision, not the fact that he got booted from the partnership program, so he couldn't get bits, he couldn't get subs. He could only get tips, and that wasn't working out. He needed the memberships. He needed the super chats. And so with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching. A little bit of a snafu there with the ad, but got that fixed. And now we are ready to go and enjoy the rest of our day. Tonight's Monday Night Football, but it's Cowboys-Chargers. I don't really care about either team. So I might not even watch it. Watch anime while I play Diablo 2. Alright, so thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.